Hello, hello. Oh, sorry. I was actually talking, but I had my mic muted. Oh, goodness. 0:58. Okay, so our sound is good. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to double check that sound is okay. You're welcome. Like I was saying, I already introduced the topic, not knowing that you can hear me. Give me a second. I'm coming. A second. All right. Okay. Summertime business, content creating, and everything. Sorry. All right. So breaking news on May and you Edochie's marriage saga and all of that. Y'all know we did a video talking about May coming out, breaking silence for the first time since she lost her months. That's been since she lost her son. That's been some months ago. And as soon as she broke silence, it's been few days now, 2, 3 days at most. I did a video already. It's on the channel. So if you're yet to see that, go catch up on that video before you watch this live stream so you don't miss a thing. Okay, where May came out thanking her fans and everyone and all of that. So if you've not seen that video, drop on my channel and catch up with that one. That being said, welcome to Entertainment Daily. I am your host, Octavia Cora, and here we carry celebrity gist. We jump on reactions and everything fun. Okay, so that being said, let's get right into this news right about now. I'm trying to find something here, but I'm not finding it, so hence I'm just going round in a circle. But anyway, that being said, we're going to go into the other blogs and get this stuff out. Goodness me, live stream can be a hot mess sometimes. Okay. Okay, so back on track. We're going to pull up this post from the blogs as we saw it. Now, two of the posts, okay, I will just start by saying a lot of these things are still alleged, a lot of speculations, and all of that is going on. So I'm going to be bringing it from the horse's mouth, not from the like May or you, but from the bloggers that said what they said. Okay, you get it. All right. So one of the blogs that posted about this thing is Gist Lover. Y'all know that Gist Lover was actually the one that broke out the news the very first time when people knew that Edochie was actually stepping out on his wife, and they've already had a child out of wedlock. And with this woman, he's not trying to marry her. Judy, in fact, it was him that broke it out and actually forced Edochie to actually come out and admit it. It was Gist Lover. But actually, another famous Nigerian blogger actually carried a story that is a bit different from what this lover carried. So we're going to touch down on both. I'm going to be reading from both of the blogs for you, which is Linda Ikeji's blog. And Linda Ikeji has actually worked hard to get her blog to where it is right now, that she won't just come out, my own thinking. She won't just come out posting some things if she's not sure. So I don't want to talk too much. I'm just gonna let me pull up my phone and go to Instagram and hold on. I'm trying to get to Linda Ikeji's blog, and we're going to read the one on Linda Ikeji's blog first, and then we're going to move on to the next. All right, so sorry for the noise. If you're hearing noises and all of that, I'm home with my little one. Okay, so let me get Linda Ikeji's blog out. Linda Ikeji's blog, and let's read the post she made. Although already some persons, lots of videos are flying that yes, the court has granted May full custody of the kids. Court has granted May the home in Lagos and all of that. Well, I don't think any of all of those things are still alleged. I'm just going to say that here now. Okay, so let me pull up the post from Linda Ikeji's blog. All right, so Linda Ikeji said, May Edochie allegedly begins divorce proceedings. So even Linda Ikeji is not 100% sure. So she's saying alleged. So, nobody can sue you. Nobody going to say you're saying what you don't know. Okay. So she said, May Yul Edochie allegedly began divorce proceedings against her husband, Yul Edochie. May, the first wife of actor Yul Edochie, has allegedly begun divorce proceedings against her estranged husband, Yul. May and her counsel reportedly visited a court today, July 10th, to submit a petition for the dissolution of her 18 years old marriage to the actor, according to insiders. Yul has refused to be served the originating summon. Well, if he likes, let him refuse. Well, it's still alleged, but if he likes, let him refuse. They're going to find him and they're going to serve it to him. And since he's always on social media, he's loud. It's easy to go to Asaba, Enugu, Onitsha, whatever, somewhere in the east there, you're going to find him. All right. So according to the paper, according to what they're saying, that he's refused to be served, but they will find him. Let's keep going. The couple have a long heard over the decision to take actress Judy Austin as a second wife, and also welcoming a son with her. In April 2022, Yul announced he has welcomed a son with Judy and that she is now his second wife. May has never hidden her disapproval of his union with Judy. In September 2022, May released a statement expressing her disapproval. She stated that she had a stable and loving home prior to the unprecedented event regarding her marriage. She mentioned that polygamy is a life choice and that no one should be compelled to accept it. She stressed that some religions and traditions allow polygamy and that she has nothing against it, but that as a person, she will not be numbered or cajoled to accept a practice that does not align with her faith and family values. I remember that post. If you don't remember it, go to her page. That is one of the 3 posts that she pinned to the top of her page. So if you go to May Edochie's page on Instagram, you're going to see the post that Linda Ikeji is referencing here. She pinned it and she has never taken it down since she pinned that stuff. Okay, so let's keep going. I said, in recent time, Yul has been widely criticized on social media for what many have described as moving on so fast after the death of his first son, Kambili Chukwu. Kambili Chukwu, who died suddenly in March. Some Nigerians have argued that the video of him and Judy having great time together, which he shared online, frequently suggests he has moved on. They argued he has not mourned his son enough for him to be posting such happy videos of himself and Judy. Now, this is where a whole lot of persons are actually going the other way, but we're going to get back and we'll give our own opinion, dive down our reaction and everything on this. But first of all, let us go ahead and do what we have to do by going to the next blogger that posted about this thing. Okay, and let's touch down on the post there. So let's find, hold on, let me see, let me find Gist Lover, and we're going to read from Gist Lover. Okay, I had already screenshot it, so I'll find it. So this is from gisloverblog.media house. Gist Lover said, hello, Tuetue. The Edochie battle continues as court grants May Edochie full custody of their kids. Now, take note of the difference between how Linda Ikeji worded her own news and how Gistlover is wording his. Gistlover is always very direct and hardly says allegedly when he's putting out news. Okay, when he's breaking news. Okay, you can see here, you see the reason why some of us on our thumbnails and all of that, we actually put that custody has been granted. But you know, if you know a little bit about the law and all of that, you know that it's not just, court won't just grant full custody to one person just like that. Okay, there is a process and all of that. And are we saying that when May was born, she was already in court and all of that? We've not, you have not hinted that he's someone that is in a child custody battle. So if he was, I don't think all those excited videos he would have posted. But anyway, we're gonna get to that. Let's just finish reading Gist Lover's post. But I just wanted you people to notice the difference, because in Linda Ikeji, she said allegedly, okay, that is still alleged that these things are happening, because May is yet to bring out official statement concerning this. She only released statement concerning her late son and thanked people for mourning with her and prayers and everything. Okay, family, friends, well wishers, fans, and all of that. That's what she did, but she did not touch down on this divorce part. So I believe that's why she's still saying, Linda Ikeji blog is still saying allegedly. But now this other blog, Gist Lover, is not saying alleged. Anyway, nobody knows who Gist Lover is. So even if you want to sue, just you can't find him or her. Nobody knows. Okay. He's just a ghost blogger. So I guess that's why he talks the way he talks. So let's go back into his own post. Because some of you might say, why do you people have on your thumbnails and title like it's already happened? Okay. So it's not a clickbait, it's what Gist Lover said. That's what we were running with. All right. But okay, so he said, hello to Etuem. The Edochie battle continues as court grants May Edochie full custody of their kids and also temporarily custody of their Aja mansion. Wow. Wow. Now remember, when May released the official statement, then she had actually said that the home in Lagos was built by her and her husband, because a lot of people were kind of thinking, now that he has a second wife, are they going to share that home? Are they all three? Are they going to live in the same home and all of that? So I think May, seeing all those comments flying around, made her to also include that when she was writing her official statement saying that she doesn't believe in polygamy and she will never be numbered. She actually stated on that same post that she built that house with her husband. So I think her money is also in there. So worst case scenario, court will have to split. They have to split everything in half. Okay, so either you will sell his own half to her, or she will sell her own half to him. He's always in Asaba anyway, so I feel like chances are he might sell his own half to her. Anyways, let's finish up the post. So from what Gislova is saying now, that May has full custody of their children and temporary custody of their home in Aja. Aja is an area in Lagos State, Nigeria. Okay, Aja mansion. The one you all not to ever go near the mansion again as it is. May and Yo and not divorce. Okay, I guess he made a mistake. May and Yo, I think he wanted to say are. May and Yo are not divorced yet, but they are currently separated as the court is doing okay, as the court is doing a follow-up on Yule to make sure he stays out of May's way. Yule, on the other side, is fighting tooth and nail to with May. First, he held her not to return to Instagram, say if she return, him dragging go start fully, say people go begin troll am again. May refused, seeing that he cannot control. Saying that he cannot control her. He called his popsy as his father, Pete Edochie, but May insisted that she got businesses she works for on Instagram and she can't afford to go off. She also said you and his new wife are back to Instagram. Why make she no come? Okay, this guy writes a lot in pidgin. Okay, so why make she no come go? Why make she come go off? Like, why shouldn't she come? Like, why, if you and his second wife is back, why should she go off? Now the matter where they ground be that now, and they have been stressing May on top, say court don't tell them to stay off. Even Zuma Rock Nyash and the Mbeke Judy has been running from pillar. What's going on? Reading from this post is difficult. Okay, let me see. Okay, so it said, so I guess Zuma Rocky, all this name calling, he's actually talking about Judy Austin, and I believe Judy Austin's friend. Zuma Rocky and the Baker Judy has been rolling from pillar to post, paying mushroom bloggers saying you'll marry Judy because May cheated on him. Remember before then, before they started the propaganda, I don't tell Luna, them they run kitty kata now, looking for another means to attack. May our homes never encounter the likes of Judy and Yulo. Strange women are on the rise. Wife, make una dey pray for una home o. Husband, make una prick dey zukwanike o. Uh stop opening prick way up and down. Women are destroyer of, but okay, anyways, let's stop reading this right now and just get into the gist. Okay, so all in all, he's saying that after the death of their son, that when you came back online, I don't know how true this is, because if they are already separated, I don't think Yul has any rights to tell May not to come back to social media. But this is what he is actually hinting, that Yul didn't want May to come back, because if May comes back online, then she's going to be dragged. Okay. And that's something that he does not Yul does not want. So he actually involved his father also, but May refused, stating that she has, because May is now an influencer, ambassador to many brands and all of that. So there's no way you're going to be an influencer and ambassador and you're not going to be online. So there are companies she has already signed up with. I believe they've already paid her. Some might have paid in full and all of that. So there's no way you're not going to come and do the job that you've been paid for. Okay. I believe everybody is understandable enough to give her enough time to mourn the loss of her son. But of course, you have to return back to work because you still have 3 more kids to feed. Okay. You cannot be mourning forever and crying forever. So if truly you will try stopping her from coming to social media, that doesn't make sense. Reason being that immediately you, Edochie, came back. You're welcome, Treasure Gist. Thank you so very much for joining. Immediately, you, Edochie, mourned his son for 5 minutes, what I call 5 minutes. When he came back, him and his second wife were posting back to back, laughing, making like they were just singing all this love, romantic song. He didn't look like someone that lost a a son. Okay, so if he's going to be doing that, I see no reason why he should be stopping her from doing the same thing that he just did. That being said, moving on to the next thing. Now, talking about court already warned you not to come back to the home. I don't know how true also that is, being that that is also his home. And are they warning him to stay away from her because he's now a threat to her and maybe the kids? I don't think so. He might do whatever he want to do, but do I think he's a threat to his first wife and kids? He has not displayed that type of stuff. So we really don't know until an official statement is released, where all court papers, where we can see that these are the things that he's been charged with, and or things that they're looking to charge him with, or what the court wants him to do or not to do, then we can say. But we know that Gist Lover is used to bringing news and sometimes not following the news until the end. So that's another thing that we all also have to consider. Also, talking about full custody, I don't know anybody that will not battle that in court. So I don't also think that the court granted May full custody of the kids. Maybe it will happen later in the future. Maybe after she gets the divorce, maybe that's the next thing she will want to do. But I don't know if that's the first thing she wants to do, because Daniela is grown enough to make her own decision. The other two, she needs to make decisions for them. Okay, because now she lost one of her child. But both of them, the parents anyways. So I don't think that it's a decision that the court will just hasten into deciding, okay, the mom is the best fit. Yes, we know about that. Okay, the father messed up and whatnot, but you still have to also consider that traditions allow him to do what he's doing, so he can still battle that. So I don't think, as we speak right now, that court has granted her full custody, because there's no way you won't fight it. You doesn't even look like someone that will back down from a fight. He has huge messed up ego. He's just so pompous, full of himself. So there's no way you will not battle something like this in court. There's no way you is going to look at a situation like this and say, okay, you people grant full custody to my wife. That's no problem. Okay, I'm just going to be over here with my second wife, doing what I have to do, and all of that. You understand? So that being said, Moving on to the next, talking about Judy and Judy's friends, the plans they have, and all of that. You know. All right, sorry, that was a short break. Okay, so this is going to be a quick one anyway, because so much is going on right here, so I won't be able to say much about this. So, okay, back to what we were saying. I don't think that the court has granted May all of this that the blogs are saying. Maybe right now she's going to do what she was supposed to do long time ago, or what people were expecting her to do long time ago. But I think she really wanted to take her time to see if Yule is going to change. But it seemed like he was only getting worse. And I believe at this point, May is looking to protect herself and her children, their mental health, their everything, okay, because of the way this man is behaving. Because if strangers can actually look at the way Yul behaves online, that's even one of the reasons why I stopped carrying the story of Yul, because it seems like the more people talk about him, the worse he gets, okay, because now a lot of people are paying attention to the situation, to his case, to what's going on. Now he wants to act like Bubu the fool online. He doesn't care how that's going to affect his kids. He has a daughter in the university, he has the other ones in secondary school and primary school, and he doesn't care the bullying and all of that that those children are going to go through. He will come out making statements that made their mom look somehow bad. The friend of his second wife will also make very nasty statements about her, like, and he doesn't see anything wrong with what that woman is doing, and that woman is the best friend of his second wife, and he's actually enabling them. That's what it looks like, that he's enabling his second wife and her friend and whomever wants to join to insult his first wife and all of that, okay, just because he's trying to shift the blame. Okay, let it not look like, oh, I'm the guilty one here. I stepped out on my wife. I did this, I did that. No, he wants to shift the blame, or at least share the blame 50-50 with his wife. Now, I'm not saying that the wife might be 100% innocent. We don't know what goes on in people's home. We don't know what happens in private. But when you've done something like this, and I feel like after Gistlover broke the news, he came out, admitted that this happened. That should have been the first and last time that anybody should have heard about anything concerning Yul Edochie's family. He should have just focused on his acting career. His second wife too should have just focused on her acting career. Just be professional, do what you have to do. But these other side contents that you guys are making, like you're trying to pepper them gang, there's nothing to pepper them gang, if you ask me, because if a husband gonna behave the way you let Doche behaved, then of course whomever think they've won him as a trophy should keep that kind of man, because what are you going to do with a person like that that doesn't have emotions, doesn't have feelings, doesn't even care about his own kids? Let's say the wife has actually offended him, that he's trying to hurt her, he's trying to do everything to pay her back, but you have little children that are going to suffer from this too. So coming online constantly to taunt your wife, do all this nonsense, and people keep tagging his first daughter Daniela. Everything that happens, they tag her. Everything that happens, they tag her. And she gets to see this whole thing play out. Even this thing has actually extended to his own family, where people are beginning to disrespect his father, who happened to be a Nollywood veteran actor that is respected a lot. And now some people say they're beginning to kind of hate him. People don't have so much respect that they had for the man, like they feel like he didn't raise his son properly, even though he has how many, five sons or so, and the rest of them, we've not had any dramatic thing or any saga about them. Just his last son, I think, which happens to be Yul Edochie, that acts this way. Now people are looking at him like a man that is not a father, that is not responsible and cannot take good care of his children. Hence his son is behaving like this and he's saying nothing, and people forget that Yul now is an adult, that there's so they actually Nothing the father can do. The father can actually call him and say, slow down. But if he refuses, the father cannot pick up a stick and chase him to beat him, because he will outrun him, and he can decide not to come home and he will not find him. You go to his house, you still won't find him, and all of that. So, but people still blame the whole family and all of that. So I feel like if truly that May Edochie is going to court, this is the best thing to do, because when this man came out after the death of his son, everything got worse, in my opinion. The way he acted, he acted so horribly. Some people were saying maybe that's the way he grieves. Nobody grieves that way. Nobody grieves that way. The way you acted and the way the second wife acted showed the kind of people they are. It showed how selfish these two could be, because I feel like if strangers, people that just knew them online, some people cannot even. I remember when they first announced the death of Yul Edochie's son, people that I know how many people that were crying, tears, couldn't even talk. 2 days ago, I was on a live stream. A lady tried talking about the case. She couldn't. She had to drop. Okay. So she could go cry, clean her face, and then come back up, and she couldn't talk. She had to discuss something else. So if different people that would not post, I know some YouTubers that slow down their posting and everything because they didn't see May Edochie online. So I feel like if strangers could feel the pain, the loss, and everything that this woman is going through, how much more you that was actually married to this woman for 17 years plus, almost 18 years, you were married to this woman, and you come out acting this way. You mourn your son died in March. 1 month it took you, a bit 2 weeks, a bit few seconds it took you to mourn your son, and you were already back up online posting all these dramatic, ridiculous videos with your second wife, just trying to get attention, trying to people. Some persons might argue that, oh, you're trying to make some coin. Yes, everybody is trying to make some coin online, but not every money is good money. This type of money where you're supposed to be mourning for your son, for the death of your son, nobody is saying don't go to work, nobody is saying don't go to filming location, nobody is saying don't do your adverts, that all those brands that you are their ambassadors and all of that, nobody is saying don't do those things. But these side contents, that is your own content that you can actually decide not to create, and nobody is going to hold you responsible or liable for anything. You should have just let that go. And to think that your second wife could not even say, look, already eyes are on us, already a lot of people that don't like us because they think we are evil, they think I'm home wrecker and all of that. Let's not do this. Let's give it at least 6 months. Okay, let's just mourn the son for 6 months, and then we can do this video. Okay, people will still watch, even if they wait 1 year, 2 years. If Judy Austin and Yul Edochie is fighting, a lot of people will be interested to watch, because a lot of people feel like Judy Austin came to break that home. So if anything bad is happening, a lot of people will be laughing, kiki, ha ha ha. So I felt like they were too much in a hurry to jump into making these type of content, because I was looking at Judy, and what I said, God forbid, but if it was Judy's son that passed on, I don't think May would have come. That even if she doesn't accept this polygamy thing, I don't think May, because she doesn't look like that kind of woman, I don't think May Edochie would have come out to start creating this type of content and laughing and kiki and ha 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 and all of that. Sometimes as a mom, as a mother, as a woman that's been pregnant, and Judy has several children, for what they say, in her first marriage, before the second marriage, now that she has 2 children with Yul Edochie. So there's no way you will tell me you don't know the pain of labor, you don't know all of that, that another woman lost her child, not just another woman, but your husband's first wife. So that's family there. And you and your husband came out creating all this type of videos. So trust me, if this story that we're hearing right now, this breaking news that May is finally going to court to start divorce proceedings, that is a great news. Nobody wishes anybody divorce, but for May mental health and her well-being. Okay, thank you, host. Thank you, sis. Thank you. I understand. I understand. So I feel like if you're going to compare or check the mental health, the stress, because look, remember the comment that May had actually dropped on Gist Lover's blog when that news first came out. She said she was seeing it. She was getting that information just as everybody in the country was seeing it online. So she didn't know about it. Although some people argued that she had a clue that her husband was doing something where they were in where he was based doing movies and all of that, that he wasn't only filming movies and doing all those things, that she knew that it seemed like there was a woman out there. But let me say something. Even if she had that suspicion, to see that, oh, this is a full-blown relationship and they already have a child together, that will come as a shock. And I feel like May was still trying to deal with, and being that her husband is a public figure. May never used to come out like this, except if they have one or two events to attend in Lagos. When he's in Lagos, they attend together. That's when you get to see May. She never was this internet kind of person and all of that. No, she loved her private life. It was when this thing started. That's when May started. People started using her as brand ambassador and things like that, and trying to and I believe a lot of people wanted to just do things like that for her, so she will have her own money and be able to stand strong, and whatever comes, she'll be able to take care of her children and herself. So knowing that Yul is such a public figure because he comes from a family where his father acts, his brother, and a lot of them in the family, they're in entertainment industry. So a lot of people know them. So there's no way something will come concerning the Edochie family and people in the nation will not pick interest, want to know. So I feel like that was already a lot for her to deal with. She's still trying to process it. She's still trying to come to terms with the whole situation. Just kept saying, "I'm not going to be in polygamy. My belief and whatever doesn't align with this. I'm not going to be numbered." And yada yada yada, that she said. So this lady was still trying to come to terms with everything that was going on. Then, bam! This just hits her where her son wakes up one day, goes to school, play football with his friends, collapsed and passed on. Like, it's not as if he was sick a few days before he left. He was okay. Like, he looked okay, let's put it that way, because we didn't know what was happening inside, but he looked okay because he left from home to go to school and was playing with his friends before he collapsed. Okay, so this is just huge shock. And then to top it all, you didn't even sit your ass down when some people that are not even related to you people are still mourning the death of your own child. And Fiam, you flew all the way from Lagos down to Onitsha, Enugu, Asaba, wherever he's based. And the next thing, you're popping out contents like nothing even happened to you. You're in the car singing love song with your second wife. Like, who does that? Who really does that? When something bad happens, isn't the whole family supposed to mourn? If something good happens, isn't the whole family supposed to put hands together and rejoice? If strangers are doing the same, how much more you, the father of the child, and you, the stepmother of the child, coming out to act the way you're acting? Yes, of course, he deserves to just be on his own completely. Let her divorce him, because even if she was afraid that her children were going to be upset, that she should have just held on for their sake and whatnot, I believe they might be angry now, but when they grow up, okay, let's say when they're like 20 years old, 25, and they ever bring up this topic with their mom, she can say, go online and make sure you do a good, thorough Google search and find all the videos. Because even if you and Judy deletes everything, there are lots of content creators that have actually downloaded their videos, reacted to it. So those videos will always be online. The children will always find those videos. And no matter what, by the time I believe all these children will watch all of this, at least the first daughter would understand. She understands now, okay, because she's 18 or 19. Okay, she understands. But the others might not understand so much. But by the time they're all like 25 and above, they would definitely understand that what their father did was terribly wrong. You cannot lose. Even the Daniela, she just started creating content not too long, and you can still see she's still trying to pull herself, while the father is there looking like one hard Odeshi, like nothing, nothing, very bad. Like, what the heck is that? Really? What is going on? At what point people going to say, let me have some common sense? This is one of the reasons why people don't want to be in polygamous relationships or marriages or whatnot, because you see the way some people behave, and it's so terrible. Yul could not advise himself. His second wife, Judy, could not do the same. And that's damn terrible. It is terrible. So really, if the court is going to award, um, of which I know that's not happening because it's just too fast. We're just hearing about divorce proceeding already, and Gislova is already here telling us court has award although he said temporary, he didn't say permanent, temporary custody of the house to May Edochie, but full custody of the kids to May Edochie. If that will ever happen, I think a whole lot of people with common sense will be shouting hallelujah. A whole lot of people will be happy that that did happen to you, Ledoche, and his second wife. Because if that man had, and I love the fact that this court case wouldn't be so difficult because every evidence that the lawyers, the judges, the everything needs is there on social media. If he likes, let him run away, that he will not get served. There are lots of people that really care for the mental health of his children and his first wife, and they will find him, and the lawyers will serve him those papers. It might take some time, but they will definitely find him. It's not difficult at all. There will be people that will not sleep. In fact, people will even want to contribute money to get private investigators to find where him and his second wife, so they can locate his home in Asaba, Enugu, Onitsha, Owerri, Port Harcourt, anywhere in the east or south where he goes to hide. They will find him. If he likes, make him go hide under Angala, then go find and go there, go serve him papers. Because he will only try with all these excuses and try to do one or two things to delay court proceedings and maybe not wanting to sign divorce papers and all of that. But it seemed like the first wife's mind is already made up and she's not going to go back. We couple with this type of behavior that he displayed online, and if truly what Gislov, I know, as for Gislov, I take his words with a pinch of salt because he never follows through with most of all these stories he breaks, and he never gives 100%. So anyway, it is what it is. But what my point is, if what Gislova is actually saying is the truth, sorry guys, I have my little one here with me. If what Gislova is saying, oh Treasure, I saw your premiere. It seemed like you had a premiere. I will catch up on it when I finish because I saw the notification pop up on my screen here. Welcome back, Treasure. So I feel like you will do all of this because of his pride, and I feel like you will not want to sign those divorce paper if truly May is already moving toward that direction. Hence he's hiding, so he won't be giving the papers and all of that. He won't be served, but I believe they will find him to serve him. It will take some time, but they will find him and they will serve him. But he's going to try everything he can. I feel like he's also going to battle for the home, which is for sure, because when May wrote that stuff, May said they built it together. So his money is there, her money is there, and all of that. So the court might split it 50-50, who knows what, for them. Or if she doesn't want to deal, maybe she sells her own part and uses the money because it seems like their home is in a good place. Oh, I said not a premiere. Oh, okay. You just posted a video to direct. Oh, okay. He said, why is your Treasure G said, why is you being wicked about divorcing her? He wants to impose polygamy upon her. That you're so correct. And Treasure, that's why I'm saying this thing is a thing of pride. You understand? This whole thing is a thing of pride because remember how he came out. Now he has two wives. He did, even if when you look at this whole thing, you cannot actually say he had two wives, if you ask me, because if you think you're a strong man, you are Odeshi at him very bad. You know what's up. You can do this, you can do that. Why didn't you follow the due process? And when I mean the due process, people feel like, oh, when they say, oh, Africans are allowed to marry several wives, you just wake up one morning, run and go and marry. You have to first of all inform those other wives that you have in the home that you want to marry. And I believe he knew that if he had told her that he wanted to take a second wife, she would have said no, and she would have given him hell. Maybe she would have reported him to Umona, she would have reported him to his father, reported him to all the people he respected, things like that. They would have made it difficult for him to take a second wife. Hence, he went through the route that he went by being Judy's friend, filming together, pretending that he was her mentor, trying to teach her the industry because he's been in the industry longer than she had been, you know. Treasure just says, host, it is because of you, we lost that is making him dodge the papers. Oh God, oh God, oh God. Hmm. Treasure, let him dodge whatever he wants to dodge. Is he going to dodge it forever? That is the thing. Because trust, women. Some women are quick to anger. Some women are slow to anger. But those women that hardly talks, those women that keep it cool, when a woman loves you the way, like if a woman gives you 100% everything of her, the way May did from her youth, only to receive this gbasgbos now, then be rest assured that she is going to fight him the same way. Because right now that she despises him, there is nothing anybody is going to tell her about anything. Do you understand? There is nothing anybody is going to tell her about anything. She is going to do everything that she can. Details. Sorry, I have my little one here. Treasure just said, as it is now, it seems May mind is made up. Whose mind will not be made up? A lot of people's mind would have been made up since that first saga. Since that first saga, after Lover broke the news, then he came out and admitted, and he didn't stop there. Then he started posting all those nonsense videos that made her look like she cheated. If you remember those videos that he was talking in the car, or that made her look like she did something very bad to him, okay, which is either cheating, stealing, killing, or one of those terrible things that a human being would do to another, and the person will want to pay you back in a very mean and bad way, not even feel a thing. That's how he made it look. And coupled with the fact that Judy was doing her own side pepper them gang, and then that her friend that has zero sense in her brain, that what is that her name again? That I don't remember. That very irrelevant woman with nyash like a bumbu, that giant ant, the Judy's friend, that came out talking and saying things as if May cheated, that this is true love. How else would somebody embarrass you as a human being? How else? What else is, I don't know. The only thing that was left for them to just buy the woman. That was the only thing that was left. And some people hate embarrassment so much that they will prefer you even buy them than even embarrass them the way you'll embarrass his wife. How can you be married to someone? These people got married early. We saw their photos, their old photos. He was the one that was telling online in-laws how good that woman was. All of a sudden, it took you how many years now to realize that the woman you married was a terrible woman, and you could not divorce her before you go and marry the second one. You just came out doing this whole nonsense. And I feel like now that May lost her son, is now that her eyes really opened. Is now that May finally realized that I am on my own. Because I feel like, and a lot of people said that thing then, that May was still hoping, if he's going to do away with that woman, she wasn't going to give up. She was going to fight and all of that. Welcome back, sis. How is the meeting going? How is the meeting going? I understand it's Monday, it's a busy day. I saw this gist. I said, I've not gone live for a while. Let me just use this one to keep the live streams too flowing on the channel and not only videos. So I understand. I understand everyone is busy. Welcome back, sis. Treasure just said, and it is obvious they are separated already because May avoid him with so much hate, and it seems you moved in with Judy that made them to start trolling May. Well, they could be separated though and still be in the same house, because remember, in that May's official statement that she pinned, which is among the 3 statements that she pinned. And now Oyoyo is here, Seth. Oyoyo, I have a question for you. Oh, wait, I have a guest. I have a Invite guest. Ah, what's going on? I thought I saw a guest. Yeah. Okay. Add to stream.
Hey, beautiful people.
You're welcome, sis. Welcome, welcome. I was
So,
praying
what did
that
I
you would be a
miss?
little bit free, so I would ask you some legal questions.
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
go. I might have another meeting in the next minute, but I pray the
Okay, no
person is.
problem.
So
Okay,
don't go.
when you're
Keep
done.
talking. What do you
Okay.
want to ask me so I can
Let
be
me wait for
answering?
you to finish because I want to
No,
ask you
no,
about
no,
this.
no. Don't wait.
Oh,
I'm not promising my time.
okay, okay. I wanted to ask when they said that they've granted full custody. Do you think it's possible to grant full custody to one parent so fast
Of course
for
it is.
children
Of course.
when there is
Of
no threat to
course.
life?
There is
When there's
no
no,
threat. You might
yes.
say no threat to life. See, the kids are already grown, so the court or the judge can interview them on what they want. The last one is 6. The church court can interview from 7 years old. So we're talking about an adult, 19 years old girl. She already knows what she wants. We're talking about 14-year-old boy. He knows what he wants. So the court can interview them to determine what and their stand. The court can also review that to see whether it makes sense or not. Secondly, the court can look at all those videos he continued to post online, especially during their mourning period, and to see that based on your reckless behavior, the kids are not willing to be with you or you to, have custody of them at this time. And they can review all of those evidence they have. All the evidences can be reviewed based on those. So the court can. But one thing we don't know is how long has this been in court, because it's not just today. If they've said the court already granted custody, that means they've been on this back and forth. Remember, they said that Yule is avoiding service. That means they've not served him because they cannot determine his residential address since he's no longer in Lagos with them. However, the court can make necessary decision for the best interest of the child. And the best interest, if the kids said, our best interest is to avoid seeing daddy because all the embarrassment is bringing some mental problem to us, some hardship to us. We can't be able to concentrate. We are being bullied at school by friends and schoolmates. Those are the things the court will review and grant custody. Yes.
Wow. So let me also ask you this one quickly before your meeting time. What about the house that they said they've asked him not to come close to the house and he should, temporary custody to the wife because you remember she said they built it together. Is that also possible legally?
Yeah, they can do a restraining order, not come too close to her, especially if May, writes a petition to the court that despite the whole thing, he kept on carrying on, dragging me and causing people to drag me on the social media. It is affecting my mental health. Based on that, I don't want him around us until the divorce is finalized. Then where is May staying with the children? Is the house. The court can say, for the meantime, that's why it's temporary. For the meantime, avoid coming 300 miles close to May and the children, because right now the children are not interested in having anything to do with you. You have to walk your way around it and see how you determine how you make progress. And again, the court will now review on the property, whether to auction the property. Is not going to be given to May completely. It's not like the US, no. It's not like Western world, no. The court is going to review the papers of the house and then know who contributed more and who did not contribute, how the house was built. And they're going to determine, you guys can decide to count your losses and share the gain, or you guys can sell the property and share it as well. Or what do you think? Do you want to, for the sake of your children, they will still ask him because he's their father, how to provide shelter for the kids? Do you want, because of the children, for them to continue to be there? Or how do you want it? Do you want to sell the property and then share the proceed? Yeah. Those things they said on that thing is actually doable by the court.
Wow. Wow. This is deep. How can somebody do this to their own family? This is a really, really terrible. When I saw those stuff, I was like, I just hope legally this is possible, because I was thinking this is just a lot and the court might need time. But I think from what you've just explained, you're right. We don't know when they started, when this whole thing started, because May is not the type that talks a lot.
Okay, I have to go now. So I
Okay.
clear
All
my
right.
phone.
Thank you so much, sis.
All
Thank
right.
you so much. All right. So I really love the fact
Yeah,
that we
I'm
had.
here. Okay. All right.
All right, okay. So that was Oyoyo's world. She is also a lawyer, and that's why I was like, I was waiting if she would jump in so I can ask her some, because this is a legal case, okay? It's a legal case, so sometimes hearing from legal practitioners actually gives us more understanding. Because to me, I was thinking, oh, temporary custody, they built the home together. How is that going to work? He might decide he wasn't going to stay away, though we know he works in Asaba, Enugu, and all of that. But what if he has programs like we've always seen him coming to Lagos? He will want to stay in his home other than staying in a hotel. And Yul is a stubborn man, we know. So, with all the explanations from a legal practitioner, I think we all have more understanding about that. So, let me read comments before we get back into what we were saying. Okay, okay, let me see. What's the okay? The last comment I read was the one from Treasure. Okay, Treasure said Stella Martins. Yeah, Sarah Martins. You're right. When you said it, Stella Martins, I was like, yes, Sarah Martins. I said, oh, your greetings. Yeah, so sis is busy. And Treasure G said, I just saw someone's notification that said you, Ledoche's elder brother, just got married to second wife with he hide from his first wife. Let me go and watch. Wahala for the Edochie if this is true. Which I hope is not the links. I thought the links is doing movie something. Treasure, go and watch and come and give us updates here. That's if you're still here. Go and watch and come and give us updates. Are you serious? Ah, 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 ah. If that is true, it's only going to be worse for you, Ledoche. Trust me, now that they're in court, if they will find out that his brother too just got married now, or got married few months ago, or whether he got married even before you did, okay? This they're just giving these people more evidence, and this is good. They're just making the case for the lawyers and the judges easier. If this is the case, it will be fantastic because May is going to win him big time in court. And that Judy that came in, that if it's not the Edoche family, it's not going to be any other family in the East or the whole of Nigeria. Almost sit your ass down and work very hard, because if you think you're going to reap from that Lagos house, your hand no go enter there. She come, half a toro penny, no will reach your hand. That's just the truth. And another thing is the way that Gislover is saying his own story. It seems like Gislover has a whole lot of evidence, okay? And we don't know, but anyway, like when the son passed, when people were arguing, did he pass, did he not pass, when nobody from the family had released official statement. If you remember, some blogs were able to find a photo of you at the police station and posted it. That was how a whole lot of people got to believe that truly the son had passed before the official statement was actually released. So some of these blogs, they have their people and they know how to contact insiders from anywhere they want to get an information from. So as this story is one that will keep uh giving, when they say story keeps giving, this is one of those cases. Okay, so what I'm going to say right here is there's still a lot going on, and we're going to get to the bottom of this whole thing. And when I mean the bottom of this whole thing, I think this whole thing would actually rest after the divorce is being finalized, when they've shared the properties. And as for custody, I believe even if May wins the custody, you will still be trying to battle this thing, or at least for the other two children that are alive, because they are below 18. In the case of the daughter, once she says it, that's it. If she's 18, because that's like the legal age in many countries. that you can actually even move out of your parents' home. You can, you're your own person. So for Daniela, that's not the case. If Daniela says, I don't want to live with him, I don't want to see him, I don't want to do or have any connection or contact with him, let him stay away from me. That's what the court's going to do. What that Because it's the child first. Okay, you messed up, you messed up. Nobody's here feeling sorry for you. So we're going to follow this story and see how the story is going to unfold, because we don't know. As it stands right now, we don't know. We're seeing a whole lot. And like Treasure G's just said that she saw somewhere where it seemed like, but this is still also alleged. So we're going to follow up that also. And if there's anything more, I'm going to put it in a video format. But if it's a whole lot of like court papers coming up and more stories where we will just sit down and talk about it, then I will come back on a live stream on a different date, not tonight, not today, because it's already tonight for me. This is okay, already 8:40 my time, so not tonight on another live stream. I might put it on a video tonight if I see more information concerning this case. But I wanted to come in here and read word for word what the blog Linda Ikeji posted about this May Edochie's case, and what Instablog, sorry, not Instablog, Gist Lover, that broke the news, also posted concerning this case. So I wanted you people to know what is going on. That being said, I'm going to try to round this up when it's about an hour. So we just keep it short as possible so people can actually catch up on the videos and all of that. So that being said, when I saw this whole story the first time, I was thinking, no, these gist channels were just starting up something. And I also felt because few days ago, May had actually come out to, finally give official statement, letting everybody know that her son actually passed on, and that she is very grateful that family and friends held her up and all of that. So I just felt like people are just trying to do content, create content and just make it more juicy so more people will watch. But then when I saw more people talking about it, I said, and for example, the Grow With Me actually mentioned Gist Lover. That was one person I saw on YouTube, hence I'm mentioning her name, that mentioned Gist Lover, because she said that after she finished saying what she was saying, she said you can go to Gist Lover and read up on what the Gislova posted concerning the case. So that's how I went straight to Instagram. And as I went immediately I opened my Instagram, the first thing I saw was Linda Ikeji post about this case. I was like, are you kidding me right now? It's as if this was just waiting for me as the first thing I saw at the top of my feed. So I went in, read what Linda Ikeji had to post. Then I now went to Gislova and read. I was like, no, we have to come on here as it is hot, because I told you, if you've been on my channel before, then you know that the intro I was telling you, we will bring the gist as it is hot. We are going to be serving you as the gist is hot. Okay, the trending topics, celebrity gossip, everything as it is hot. That's how we're going to be serving it to you. So if this case is really true, then it's a good move on the side of me. Okay, it's a good move, because I don't even understand how this woman is coping. This woman will need a whole lot of counseling. As for trust, I don't think this woman will have any trust at this point in her life, because the husband really messed up with that. First of all, having a husband or wife in the industry, in entertainment industry in general, it it is very difficult. It is very difficult because everybody knows what goes on in the entertainment industry. So it's not an easy place to have, or to be a couple, or one of the couple working as an entertainer or whatnot. We also saw the case of Davido, how several women just came out, like every day, every morning, a new person is pregnant for Davido. Every morning, a new person is pregnant for Davido and his wife. A lot of people were feeling sorry for Chama, his wife. Some people didn't feel sorry, or anyhow they don't feel anyhow, like no reason to feel anything, because she knew what she was getting into. So being a celebrity, or is it the case of Two Face, like saying don't use us as role model now? We can, the list just goes on. Okay, a lot of the celebrities, they all have children up and down, like are all out of wedlock. Okay, none of them are married to those women. They have baby mamas scattered everywhere. Okay, So I feel like May has already been hitting with the first blow, and she was still trying to figure out where did that blow come from. And then the second and even the worst blow was given to her. So I feel like the woman is already broken, and she's trying to pick the pieces of her life. And at this point, she's gotten to a point where she realized that I cannot mend this. This glass is broken beyond repair. We cannot fix this. The pieces are too small. It can never be put together. Even if I waste so many years trying to put this together, it will never ever look the way it was before it broke. So taking you to court is a good move. But now again, we see you, Ledoche, being you, Ledoche, by running away or hiding or avoiding to be served. So that way he can prolong. I feel like you is doing everything in his power and even extra to torment May Edoche, his first wife, everything possible. Because when you read towards the ending of that Gist Lover's post, Gist Lover alleged, and that's what I'm gonna say, because we didn't see text message where back and forth when May and Yul was talking about it. So I'm just gonna say alleged. But towards the end of that Gist Lover's post, he was saying that after the passing of their son, Yul was insisting that May should not return to social media. So maybe all these years that everybody have been thinking May is this quiet woman that doesn't like social media. Who knows if Yul was purposefully keeping her off social media? So whatever he's doing, she won't know. Even if blogs are posting, people like because she's not a social media person, she will never get to see it. Hence, when Gislova posted that thing, that was when she saw it and knew that her husband had a child somewhere and all of that. That she had a co-wife. So now again, we see him displaying that the same thing, everything just to Pepe. Because if he's already doing videos, go to Facebook, go to you Ledoche's Facebook, see all those videos where him and Judy were singing, they are so in love, they are so in love, and this and that and that. You're already doing all those things, but you're here behind the scene telling your first wife not to come to social media, knowing fully well that she is now an influencer, she is now a content creator. She is now a brand ambassador. Somebody cannot give, you cannot have ambassadorial job to do and you're in your home sleeping. It doesn't work that way. This social media content creating thing, if you want to make the money, you want to make the coin, you have to be out there, you have to show up. And I believe a lot of the brands would have said, okay, because she lost her son, let's give her so and so time. They're not going to give her forever. Some persons pay in full when they give you all these deals, and some of this money are not small money. Okay, some people pay good money for you to show up and advertise for them and all of that. And Yul is behind the scene telling May to not return to social media, because if she returns to social media, the dragging is going to continue. But then him and his second wife is doing all these videos out there and people are still dragging them. Whether May returns or May does not return, people are still dragging them. It has nothing to do, but because he's this selfish kind of person that thinks that the world revolves around him and everybody needs to say yes sir to him because he thinks he's an odogu, that he gave himself a name that he doesn't deserve, or a title odogu that he doesn't deserve. I just don't get it. And to think that they're even saying that he had to involve his own father. Why? Because yeah, maybe may respect. It's a normal thing as a wife. You always respect your in-laws and all of that, and sometimes you don't want to say no and all of that. So he had to involve his father. I'm glad that that post said she didn't agree, even when he said she shouldn't return to social media and all of that. So I feel like so much is already going on behind the scene that May is now finally noticing that look, the man I got married to 17 years ago is not the same man. You understand? Treasure G said, said I don't know where the person got the news. So I will send you the link later. Ah, okay. Some of this news is hard to tell where it is coming from. He said you want to keep subduing May even after his betrayal. He wants to punish her. Imagine taking her off her income. I just don't understand. I just don't understand. And at the same time that he's taking, it's not as if he's saying, let the two of us enter house. So right now, it's no longer, you cannot even say the two of us. Because if Judy is coming out talking and acting like Bubu the fool, then she is also causing harm to the family. So make the three of us enter house. Like all of us enter house. That's not what he's saying. Let us all get in and nobody create content, nobody do anything. I will just go film my movies, put them out, and that's it. No, that's not what he's saying. He's out here creating content back to back that he has made a lot of money from Facebook. As far as you're a content creator, once you see Yule's page, all those drama they did on Facebook, you know how much Yule and Judy made after the death of Yule Edochie's son. And that child that died is May's own child. So you don't want her to come out and talk the what happened, tell her fans what happened to her. People are out here cheering for her. She should not come and say, oh, I'm okay or I'm not okay. Share her, share how she feels. There are other women too that we might not know their stories, but they are going through maybe similar stuff or even worse situation to what May is going through, and what May will have to say. And when they see May, it gives them encouragement, okay, to like, okay, if May is going through this and she's still standing, because some people will just buy themselves and forget about their children that they have in this world, and the children will start suffering. So May coming out, she's actually helping a whole lot of people. People are learning from the case. Well, Yule is here trying to subdue her, involving his father. Who knows if he even involved Umuna's, family members to keep May at home so that he will be out here making the millions. So whenever he wants to punish her, he can punish her very well because she doesn't have an income of her own and she does not have a say in anything. This is very terrible. And to top the whole thing, now he doesn't want to be served. He's running around in circles. And I believe May would have just been already choked up that she wants to deal with this and finish with it. And we know how long court cases can take. We know how long. And I think this is another avenue that you will use to torture this his first wife. This is another avenue he will use to torment, but God alone will fight for that woman if she's innocent, because he already tried to paint her and make her look certain type of way. But if all of this, he's the one that is wrong and he's doing all of this, God will fight for her and make sure that even the lawyers, the judges, everyone that will handle her case will see through you. And I love the fact that they don't need to go far to see through you. Everything they need to see is here on social media. Even the ones that him and his second wife will rush to go and delete, they will find it on other blogs that might have reshared it. They will find it on other content creators like YouTube, people that carry gist and all of that have posted it. And there's no way you can go around looking to bribe all the people, because there are some people that at this point they are really rooting for May Edochie 100%, that no matter how much you try to give them to delete an evidence that they've already put, they will not. They will not. So the court will be able to collect every evidence they need from social media, and they will know the type of man that you, Edochie, is. Even if you hate your wife now because she might have done something wrong to you, did you not consider that your children are going to be bullied in school? Did you not consider that your children are going to suffer for this thing that you're doing? But no is the answer. He has gone ahead to do what his mind told him to do. And there's no way the court or whoever is in charge of punishing you should not have mercy on him, because he did not have mercy on his children. Let's say his wife offended him. He did not have mercy on his children. Your own child passed on. You came out mourning for 5 seconds and you're out here playing love with your second wife. What does that mean? How do you expect the rest of your children to feel? Let's leave May for a second. How do you expect your other children to feel? How do you expect the Daniela that is in the university to feel? That she has a mean father that doesn't think a thing about them. She has a mean father that cannot sit down and mourn the death of her younger brother. When she, her mom, and the rest of them are there every day, they are looking at his room, is empty, they are seeing everything, and they are crying. And if they try to pick up their phone, the next thing they see is a post of their father on Facebook laughing and playing and all of that. How would the children feel? Yule did not think to put himself in the shoes, the same with his second wife. Sometimes I feel like those two, they really deserve themselves. Those two should have met and married long time ago. Yule, Edochie, and Judy, they truly deserve each other because they are both mean, heartless, wicked, and everything else that can come to mind. Because as a family, even in fact, let's leave this as a family safe. Let's leave this as a family for a second. What does the Bible say? Did the Bible say we should mourn with those that mourn, and we should smile and laugh with those that? So if people online, the so-called online in-laws, those ones that truly cared about them, how they felt when they realized that May and you lost their first son. People cried tears. People couldn't eat. People couldn't function. And you, a father, you could not sit your ass down, even if you decided, okay, I'm going to go back to work. Of course, you have to make money. You have mouths to feed. Go back into your filming. Go back into your ambassadorial jobs. Go back into your every other thing you do, other than coming out with your second wife and creating all those content as if all is well in paradise. If it was her own child, would she have done all those videos she did with him? If you're a woman, you're marrying someone, and you cannot even put yourself in the shoes of the first wife, what kind of a woman are you? Because at the end of the day, if anything, God forbid, happened to either first wife or second wife, whichever wife that is alive is responsible for all the children in the family, because those are your husband's children. And they are both in the car laughing, kiki, ha, 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 creating content and doing all this nonsense. But at the same time, you're blocking your wife from coming out. At the same time, you're stopping your wife from coming out to say, oh, let her not come out because the dragging will continue. Tell me which dragging that they've been dragging him, that he was not the one that caused it. Now that she did not even come out, didn't people still drag the two of them when him and Judy was posting all these their videos, not knowing that he was still behind the scene, putting fire that she shouldn't come out, as if she's the one responsible for the drag that he got online. First of all, when Lover posts something, know that you're going to be dragged. That's just the truth. When Lover posts something, you're going to be dragged. So as this case is going, it seems like it is going to last for a very long time. At a point, everybody thought this whole thing was dying down until he came out and started behaving the way he was behaving. As if that was not enough, he came out behaving the way he was behaving. As if that was not enough, now we're hearing that divorce proceedings are going on. He's running away from being served. He has been told not to go close to the Lagos home temporarily. The May has gotten full custody of the children. I saw this coming. I remember I said it. Okay, when after that first child passed on, I was like, I can see that this May will try to protect the rest, because at this point it finally dawned on her that she's on her own 100%. If she was thinking that there was 1% in you that was still in love with her or care about his former family, after the passing of her son, that was when she saw that it was not only her, it was not only the beef between him and her, or what she might have done to him, or what she might have not done to him. This, he has actually extended it to his children also. That's why some people are saying this thing look like it's remote control. Nobody knows, because you're beefing your wife, you don't care about your children, how they will feel, how they will not feel, nothing. Your child passed, you mourn for 5 seconds. The next thing, you're on social media creating content back to back like you've never did before. Even before his passing, you didn't create as much content as you did after his passing. Okay, so it is terrible. Treasure G said if he considered online dragging, he and Judy should have entered house after the death of his son, or after he deleted all the Igwe posts. Exactly. Exactly. If he was thinking about dragging, you've already deleted all your posts. People talked about it. After the passing of your son, don't post anything again. Wait until when you do your new movies, and then you start posting them. Or those companies that you work as ambassador for, Dogu Beaters and those other things, you post it. At least everybody will see that this is work. You have to work, because those children will have to go to school. You have to pay school fees. You have to feed them, clothe them, everything. And the family is growing, because your second wife too have 2 children now. And then families that you need to help also, and all of the extended family that you need to help, and all of that. So everybody will understand that this is work related post. If he was dancing in a movie set and all of that, people will understand that, okay, this is his job. He cannot go there and cry if the script say laugh and dance. People would understand, but your own personal content that you are in charge of, you are your own boss in this content creating world. The day you say you don't want to put video, nobody will bite you, nobody will force you, nobody will fire you. That was when you went to gear one to start creating content like a new content creator that just started, that is looking for watch hour, that is posting back to back, back to back. The whole thing is just terrible. It is terrible, and this story will keep giving, because who knows how many months it's going to take before they're going to find you, Edochie. But I know they're going to find him, because him and his wife, one, they are very loud. And from some of the videos that he will post and drive, the place he will stop, landscape, there are private investigators, they know what to look for when they want to find you. Okay. I remember the lady that was running away, and the way they found her was through her sunglasses that she was wearing. You can imagine, from the sunglasses, the stuffs that reflected on the sunglasses in the car she was sitting. That's just small. When they were pointing out the kind of thing, then you will know that private investigators, they know their job. So if they will get a good private investigator from landscapes, from what sign he passed, what this, what that, people will recognize which state, which area, even the area gone, gone, gone. There will be people that will see a video and tell you, I know this place, I've been to this place before. Two and two together, highest 1 month, I believe even less than 1 month, they will find you, Ledoche. It is not even difficult to find him. He's an actor, he's a director. They can get the agent to get him to come out, and he will come out. Or they can try to lure him out with a script or a movie to direct or something to direct, and he will hold that, go for that meeting, and there they can grab him and serve him. As he's there in the meeting, the lawyers will come and serve him the papers that he's running away from. And then let's see. But then he will now use other things of not showing up in court and any other thing that they can use to adjourn the case and adjourn the case and adjourn the case. Before you know, 2, 3, 4, 5 years is going. But one thing that he doesn't understand, that the more he's wasting time, the more those three children are growing up. And they will get to some point that those his two sons that are still alive now will stand to you, Ledoche's face, and they will call him out with it for his bullshit. That's what you does not understand. Because already look how tall that one that is about 14 years or something is. You're welcome, Go Rest Corner. You're welcome. Thank you for joining, sis. It will get to a point where those, because the first child is the daughter, sometimes daughters, they have special love for their father and all of that. So Daniela might not, if Daniela was a boy at her age now, Daniela will stand to you like Doche's face. And if Daniela was some type of girl self, mostly let's say those ones that are raised abroad, those ones they don't get respect, they don't fear you, be their mama, be their papa, they not send you. She will stand and call him out on his bullshit. But let him continue. He has two more sons. Those sons will grow up and they will call him out on the bullshit that he's doing, this BS that he's serving. They will call him out. Because 1 minute you don't want me to do this, you want to force polygamy on her. Somebody is saying I will not be numbered. I'm not, my religion, my beliefs, everything does not accept this, and all of that. No, yeah, oh, I'm a polygamist. I have two wives. I this by force he wants to number her. It's not that he's trying to even talk with her and try to telling her Zukwaniki like he didn't do anything. How dare you? How dare you embarrass somebody like that, and you're still bold enough to tell the person to Zukwaniki? What do you mean Zukwaniki? If you were the one, would you be able to Zukwa the you that we see now and the you we know? If it was me that maybe slept with a man or something, would y'all be able to Zukwaniki? And then somebody filmed her and then they put it on social media like this, that, oh, look what you Ledoche's wife did to him. And would you be there saying Zukwaniki? So if truly that this temporary custody they've granted me, if this is 100% true, I am very happy for her. I am very, very happy that they said he should not come close to the Lagos house for now. Let him stay in his Asaba in Judy's house. Shane the fine Oganigwe breast. Go enjoy. Go enjoy. The Oganigwe where you don't find, you don't see him. Oh yeah. Now it's time to hug that Oganigwe for 24 hours now. No interruption, no distraction. Stay there with your giant oganigwe. Stay there. All the milk you want to drink, enjoy them. It has been served. Breakfast don't serve. It don't set. Chop until you choke on it. Eat. And if truly the court has granted May Edochie full custody of the children, full, not 50-50 with them. So she's not going to be dealing with the BS. Very good. And even if the court has not granted that yet, the first daughter's on, she can make her decision. In few years' time, this other son will be able to do that. Then the small son will be the one left. And when that one too gets to 18, they can cut ties with him if they want. Then May would not have anything to do with him if the divorce is finally true, if it's finalized. Gorek said, good evening, host and everyone. You're welcome. So he said, he's bullying now. He's used to talking to her anyhow. He likes forgetting that May is not the same he took her for. Exactly. You're so right. I feel like from this thing I heard today in this post where Gislova was saying that he said she should not come back to social media because if she come after the death of their son, that she should not return to social media, that if she returns, the dragging is going to continue. That just goes to show that all these years that this woman has been on the low, I don't think it is 100% by choice. I don't think so. I think his influence was also that he did something. He would have done it purposefully to keep her on the low. So he will be able to be free, fly like a bird because he knows she's in Lagos. He's over this way. So if she's not active on social media, her own is to wake up, take care of kids, go to their business. She said she had a shop or she was into one business or something. Go to her business spot, do her business thing. At least maybe listen to 9 o'clock news and all those things. Waiting concern her, concern blogs. And mostly, if you want to know what's going on in the country, you have to be following blogs, not 9 o'clock news, not NTA, Channels News, CNN, BBC, and all of that. That's not where you're going to know the cocoa that is happening with celebrities and all of that. Blogs are the ones that are going to give you those type of gist. So if you're not somebody that is that active online, sometimes this story as big as this, some people don't know about it because they don't listen to blogs and all of that. So I think he purposefully did that so he will be able to get away with whatever he was doing all those years. And maybe even when May allegedly, as they were saying that she knew, like she heard that something was going on, there was a particular woman always around him. Maybe when she confronts him, he would just lie and scream and like nothing like that is happening. Don't mind people, they are envious, and everybody know how they envy themselves in that industry. So maybe it will make it even easier for her to just believe, and no need for her to maybe give him a surprise visit. Book a flight ticket one day. Fly all the children, everybody, mostly like weekends after school on Friday. Fly everybody, enter Enugu or Nichapi, wherever he is. Surprise him on set. So all those kind of she didn't think to do any of those type of things. So she would know if he's really working, or he's working 50% and the other 50% he's on top of Oganigwe breast. You understand? So he's now used to this life for over 17 years now. You know, he's now used to telling her what to do and she would listen. And if she hears a thing, he knows how to convince her to let her feel like she's the one just overthinking it and all of that. So he thinks that it will still be that the same May that he's dealing with. That's why he was so bold, because the effrontery, the audacity for you to go online, act the way you acted, and at the same time you're telling somebody that is now an influencer, and you as a content creator, you that you've been in the industry for so many years, you know fully well what it takes to be an influencer. You know what it takes to be an ambassador to a brand, and she is an ambassador to several brands. So that means you have to show up, you have to work, you have to show working. You have to. We have a guest. You're welcome, Gorex. You're welcome. Thank you very much for joining, sis.
Thank you. How are you?
I'm good. And you?
I'm okay, thank you. Hi, everyone. I said, let me quickly drop my sin. I don't know
Yeah.
how you guys started, but it's just the few one I listened to. I haven't
Ah,
read
okay. Let me quickly ask you before you start. Did you read the breaking news?
No, I haven't. I just saw you online
Oh,
and thought, oh, let me.
okay. Then let me quickly give you a backstory so you would
Thank
understand.
you.
So there was a breaking news that May is filing for divorce. It's the news. It's on. You will find it on Linda Ikeji's blog and Gist Lover.
Okay.
They posted about it on Gist Lover. Gist Lover said that court has granted full custody of the children to May Edochie, and court has granted her temporary custody of their Lagos mansion in Aja.
Mhm.
So that's what everybody's talking about here. So that's the cocoa now. It's a breaking
Yeah,
news. Yeah. So
yeah.
go ahead.
The headline I saw on your live stream. That's why I said, is that for real? Because we heard that a few months ago that the same issue that they granted May the house they have, the mansion they have in Lagos or so. So and all these things, and later some people were saying it's a rumor, blah blah blah. But if it's the truth, I'm happy with that. I when you were saying maybe um he's been trying to hide me for a while. I think so. I
Yeah.
think to be sincere, we all love you before. I'm sorry if I haven't greeted
Yes.
people on the chat in the chat. I'm sorry. Good evening, everyone. Yeah, we all love you the way he acts. Would I say acted?
Absolutely.
Acted. I'm
Absolutely.
putting the
He's
it
a good
because
actor.
now, yeah, and because of his father's way of doing things and the way people know him, he coming as a cocky person. We've already known him
You
for
are
who
right.
he is. So he kind of gained people's audience. His look, then the way he's smart, that cocky voice, and all that. Then let's not forget that behind all these things, there's a good woman. There's someone pushing you. You might be pretty, but some people, you can have some people behind you keep telling you that you're pretty, you're beautiful, encouraging you. So whenever
Yeah.
you want to feel down, you will remember those voices like, I still have these people backing me up.
Yeah.
I believe that May was pushing this guy more, but because she decided to be on, she's not kind of the one forward. He's not the type that will go everywhere with him. I know mistake will happen. No one is perfect. She could have made one or two mistakes or not been smart or observant enough. She might
Yeah.
have observed, but the fear of asking all the time,
Yeah.
it will come as like you have inferiority complex. Why you not this one? It will also restrict her from asking. Um, I'm feeling like your mind is away from the family. I'm feeling like you have someone. This kind of you that we know the one we're seeing right now will snap at her like you
Yeah.
started though. You might even get up and go to
Yes.
another room. And
Yeah.
when this quarrel is becoming the same time all the time, she doesn't want the children to know all the time that they're having quarrel. So she has to put on the pretend face like everything is fine. And this guy as would be used to kind of shutting her up, until when she started getting it that or making up her mind that I think I will have to keep stepping up just to also be able to look after the children because maybe
Yeah.
she's known that this guy might go the other way. So I feel he has been the one restricting her from coming forward. So he could also have that upper hand. Some of our Nigerian people they believe that if your wife is out there, they will
Yeah.
disrespect you. They will not
Yes.
be loyal to you, kind of obey you as submissive as they used to use the
Yes.
word. So I think he works on that. But now that I said he has overspin, so May has decided to take control of her life. Because if
Absolutely.
this man goes, she will be the one looking after the children, which as she has been. You see those ones that
Yes.
you wrote maybe in December that I've been begging you every day. Sikwanike. Is it not the Sikwanike we're seeing now? You has now become pure water. Even if May look at you, would like this is not the person I married. I was discussing
Yeah.
something this morning. I said, how long would side chick win? Because it seems they are retaining the position
Correcto.
now. I discussed that in my second channel. Like, some people, women needs to work. Get something doing. Else, you see this side chick
But
and the
sis,
mentality they
is
gave
it even
us.
about that now?
It
Because
will.
we've actually seen women that also work. They have their own coin,
Yeah,
and
I'm
side
going.
chick came and swept
Yeah,
these
yeah.
annoying dry-headed coconut head people away.
I like when they are working. It's not like it's not like people that are working. Do we have sophisticated lady that they actually been the one who also fitting the guy, and the guy still misbehave. But you
Yes.
know what? It's helping me right now because she's has something to do. So some people are not able to make their decision. That's where I'm actually trying to go to. They are not
Okay.
trying to make. They are not really trying to make informed decision because they rely on the man's finance, because who is going to
Yeah.
look after the kids? The kids
Yeah.
are still very young. So you see those side chicks, some of them they have taxes, they are kind of well to do, or they are contributing well to the man's life. The man might not have reason to come back home. So you see this mentality that we have when we're growing up, that our parents put in us, that Kama will catch up to 2 years. Just wait. Just wait. You'll be waiting 10 years. You'll be waiting 20 years. The side chick
Yeah.
children is in, you don't get reach uni. So
Yeah.
you'll be waiting. The woman will be wasted away. So if the side chick is contributing to the life, to the man's life, and they are kind of would I say benefiting each other, the man might not really have reasons to come back, but to just check on the children. So
Yeah.
the main wife might actually kind of lose out and decide that, I need to start taking my children as my husband, or maybe they want to now kind of upgrade themselves. But I'm
Yeah.
happy for me that she didn't relent. She didn't let that weigh her down. She's a very strong woman to for
I
the steps
think
she's taking so far.
her eyes opened after the death of her son. Because
Mm.
a lot of people that really watched May, the way she worded her, statements, and the
Mm.
way she looked online, everybody was looking at May as someone that was praying and still hoping if you will come back to his senses and leave Judy, she would have taken him back. But I believe, after the death of this her son, the way he jumped
The
quickly
way
into the
he
hands
portray
of his
himself,
second wife,
they
and all
have
these
no.
videos that came out, May finally realized the bitter truth that this man does not give a damn, not only about me, but
Yeah, we should stop
his
blaming Cham all
children.
the time. We should stop blaming Cham all the time. Yeah, she's working up very well now. People will
Yes,
support her. I pray our
she has
children
backup. If it's
well.
that
Yeah,
one, May has good fans. Like people, I can't even call them fans. She has fans. They are family. She has people that loves her.
I
People
pray
that
our
will
children comes
stand.
out well in Jesus' name. So that will give her that reward of all these things that she's been going through. When our
Yes,
children are doing well, and you will see it and like, oh, I shouldn't have.
true.
I think that's when she'll feel like finally, yeah, for the children to do well in Jesus' name. I really don't want to discuss
Amen. They
it
will.
deeply because it kind of makes me emotional sometimes. But I just saw the topic
Yeah.
as that she's been granted the custody of the children and the house, which is good. Let you continue to
Although
do
the,
it.
the house the house is it is temporary though. That's what they said. That yeah,
They will take it from one step to the other.
that
Yeah,
they said he should not come close for now.
it doesn't even show that he misses the children. I beg you, it is well done.
But is it not when? But the fact that that he's somebody that likes to pepper some. He likes to pepper people. He did. This pepper them gang.
Yeah, with
Yul
the
is
wife
the
that he has.
president of pepper them gang. So
Mm.
even if he doesn't care about the children, just because of that, May will go through the stress of they have to go to court for court hearing to fight out the custody battle of the kids. He will want to show interest just for that reason, to stress her, torment her, and all of that.
Yeah, people that are close to us, if we have
Yes,
misunderstanding, they kind of know what will annoy you.
yes,
So that's
that's
what
true.
he's doing. Yeah, he knows what to do, at least to stress out. Like you think, say you don't the guest say, I will teach
Yeah,
you. You know that. So she stop taking it in, and yeah, it's because he knows me to a stage. But I think there's
to
some
the
part of
teeth.
me that he didn't know that he could have woken up, or he has woken up.
That
So
yes, the part
now
that was
that's the one
sleeping.
he's
Yeah,
seeing right now. That's what he's
true.
seeing right now. If
That's
even
why
if he
he's running
continues
now.
to
He
get,
doesn't want to
yeah,
get served. You
yeah.
understand? They are trying to serve him court papers. They said they cannot find him, so they are yet to serve him.
And after, I think it will have days or limit that if they are not able to serve him, they will just have to maybe proceed with the next option.
They will find him. Let him be running. I don't know why they've not even contacted the AGN. Don't they have rules and regulation? Ban him from producing any movie. Ban him from this. And if you will not go answer his call,
Isn't it CEO, acclaimed CEO, what's that her name, Madam Blessing? When they were
huh,
going to arrest her, isn't it she kept running, until when they finally got
they
her?
found her. Yeah,
And then she finally came after she served and started telling us one story of this one, that one. Please.
they they always know how to run. They sharp their mouth all light, and then when the wahala come, they disappear.
Yeah, so you one, if he's not careful, you will catch. They might even use the second wife to get him. So it is well. Me, I'm happy for me. I just
That
pray
one
that
is a huge
this.
supporter of him. If you're trying to pass through that one, you will never catch him. But I know that they will be able to get him because he posts videos all the
Mm-hmm.
time. He's driving, he's making a video. So it's easy to follow those videos and you can tell which state he's in. Because the
Forget it.
different states we have certain things that stands out in a state. And so if
Mm.
by mistake he will pass one of those things that stands out, people will be able to tell, for example, like a statue, different statue in different 36 out of the 36 states, you can tell. You see certain statue, you're like, oh, this one is in so place.
Mm.
And there are people that live in that area that are maybe Mays fans that will like, this one is just from the next street for me. You understand? So two
Yeah.
or two together, they will know if it's in Asaba, Enugu, or Onitsha.
Yeah,
And then they reach
they will
out to
get
people
him.
from there. And yes, reach out to the police from there to keep an eye. Before you know, somebody follows him to his house. They call the lawyers,
Yeah.
and then the next morning, as you're waking up, they are knocking your door to serve you by 1 a.m. You don't know anything.
He's lucky he's in Nigeria. If it's maybe abroad
Exactly.
here,
Hmm.
CCTV would have gotten. You will pick up some of his videos. Know where to go to. They
Straight.
bought my car like 2 days ago. They bought my
Straight.
car like 2 days ago. We have a
Really?
camera. Do you know how long it took my husband to look at the camera to midnight? Then we saw the person that did it, and we contacted the police. Like few
Wow.
hours ago, they told us they've caught the person. So imagine
Wow.
if it was Nigeria that has such things, and they would have. So I just pray that
Wow.
Nigeria will kind of upgrade, improve. You see
It's
the
our
way
politicians. Eh?
you is running away. They just need some few CCTV. That's it.
Exactly. And
They will
another
not.
thing, Seth, another thing that we need to, when we're talking about our government, I feel like this CCTV thing, Seth, our individual businesses can actually help too. Because if you notice, in abroad, sometimes individual businesses,
Yeah,
they get the cameras from this shop, the next shop, the other
yeah.
shop,
When things happen, where they
and
visit,
they can
and
see your
even his
movement.
card, where he spends this card, those are the things they will use to also
Yes.
trace. There's so many things they will kind of use all
Yeah,
together.
put
So
together, the
yeah,
little by little, and they will find where you are.
they will get him. It might just take time with Nigeria. It's just that
I'm
as
just
if it
surprised.
was just abroad, it would have been a lot easier, because they would have stopped him from accessing some, what's it called, facilities that he would know as
Yeah.
well. So good luck to him with his running. But my prayer is they may an
The
accident should
running
be
won't
fine.
last forever. And the thing is, I feel
Mm.
like they're not serious to find him. He's an ambassador, he's a
Yeah,
movie director, he's an actor. Call him for a script, call him for to direct a movie. He will come for that
if
meeting.
they
They
will
serve
go
him
use
there.
someone to just get
Hmm.
him, and he would have even
Yes,
started the acting the first 2 3 days. I would think everything is fine when they will
everything is
come
okay.
and
Yes,
see.
come and serve him there.
There's so many,
Where will
they
you
will
run
just
to?
take him like that's it.
Oh, no, yes, they know how to do this thing. They should just buckle up and do it because I feel the more this thing they prolong it, the more stress it's going to be on that woman and the children. Let them just round up this thing. Let him go
Look
jejely and stay in
look
that
at the
asaba.
man that is saying he loves his children. Look
Ha!
at what you're
Now what?
doing to them. Ah, it is well.
It's terrible. It's terrible. It
It
is
is love.
terrible for me. For me, I was like, when this thing happened, and I was like, oh, at first you said your wife did something to you. So let us say we understand that she did something to you, and you're out to pay her back. What did the children do to you that
Mm.
you're not even considering their feelings? It is not fair. So good that this is happening, and let me just sit up and not feel like, okay, I understand that the Catholic, their rules are very strong too. But I think at this point, even the Pope will understand, really.
She
At
has
this
really
point, at
tried.
this yes, at this junction, if she gets a divorce, I know they frown at it. All churches, but the Catholic and the rest, some of them carry it a lot on their head. But I feel like you cannot be a church person and hear and see all of this story and still be
And this
angry at the
person that is
person.
displaying himself like a nuisance every five, like pure,
Exactly.
pure
You
water, that
can't.
seems is not okay. Oh no, it is
You
well.
can't. So
It
she
is
should just
well.
pull through with this and move on. But we're going to keep our eyes on the street, because it seems like this story will keep giving. Yule is running. We will wait for when we will hear that they finally caught him in one Koro area and served him. My God.
You would do.
Now,
Hello, everyone. It is well. Let me leave you. I'll be in the conversation
now.
later.
Me too. I'm going to round up a bit. It's almost 2 hours I've been talking. I didn't even know we've even talked for 1 hour, but I just came fired up. Like when I saw this, what I was like, this man, it is too much for you, man. It's too much. No
Mm,
matter what the woman did, the fact that she's the mother of your children, when are you
mm,
going to let go? Or even if you want to punish her, take it off social media. The whole world doesn't need to see this. Okay, you're just uh, uh creating very bad memories for
they
your
are just trying
children.
to trigger
Tomorrow,
the fire
yes,
that
your
have.
children
So,
will grow up now and do something. They will like, we understand you're mentally damaged from what your parents did to you when you were growing up. Do you understand? Because social media never
mm,
forgets. Okay,
yeah.
you will tomorrow, your son wants to contest for the president of Nigeria. They will now go and dig up all this nonsense to use to
Mm,
blackmail him. People are
mm.
not thinking. People are not thinking. Just because you didn't widen your own horizon doesn't mean your own children won't do better than you. The prayer of every reasonable parent is your children should be bigger than you, greater than you in every way. So you cannot
Amen. Amen.
go and burn all the bridges before they even grow up. And nobody wants to walk with them. Or they're like, who knows if this one is like the father?
Right now
He's
is
all,
selfish
yeah,
too. It's selfish. It's self-centered. It's not thinking of
exactly.
anyone else from that distance. It's just that I think maybe then too, maybe he has this mentality that when these children grow up, they will come looking for him. He has forgotten that, you see, we're in this
That's
more
it now.
civilized world. These children of nowadays, not all
Exactly.
of them send you.
They are very different. Yeah, they are very different. Treasure said he can run, but he cannot hide. Exactly. Oh. Let him be
Mm.
running. In fact, some people will even see him.
Himself will
They
run
will call
himself into their hands.
people that will just see him in some type of place. They will just contact this lover. We saw him in this place, or we saw him in this place. Before you know, everybody will know where he is.
Mm.
As the Treasure just said, Pope can judge her because even Jesus will understand what made, yes, with her decision. Exactly. Because, I feel like sometimes because of our churches, a lot of our women or people that want, not only women, even men, because some women too are doing the most in their marriages. Welcome back, sis. How is the meeting going? you know some of these men are doing too much, and all of that. So I feel like even women, some women are doing too much, but I feel like people are not getting divorced because they are afraid of what the society is going to say. They are afraid of what the church mostly, this series, what is it called? Mm, Young, Famous, and African. I
Mm-hmm.
just saw a post from them that I'm actually going to do a video about. There's one of the stars there. He's from, his name is Louis. The guy,
Yeah,
Louis is
the
from
one from
Zambia.
Zimbabwe. I think
At
he's from
Zimbabwe or
Zimbabwe.
Zambia. I don't know. Yeah, one of those.
Yeah,
Listen,
yeah,
he was on is it the BBC interview or one of these interview, anyways. And somebody was asking him that he was in Big Brother before. Me, I didn't even know that he was in Big Brother before.
yeah. He said it in the what is it
You
called?
you you,
Famous.
you saw what he said on that interview, right? I was
Yeah,
shocked. when he said because he broke some of the rules in Big Brother house and he was either
Mm-hmm.
kissing, smooshing, or
And his family just
having, yeah, and the church
yeah,
excommunicated him, even his family.
even his family. Yeah.
I just I just paused the video and I was like, what is this now? Even
I
your
don't know
own
what some
family,
people are going through.
even your own family, just because church said this person who is even Jesus, they say, who is without sin should cast the first stone. The level at which
The church
churches
too are
cast
human beings.
stones, the way they cast stones on members. I
Mm.
don't know if we're supposed to be winning souls or we're supposed to be chasing away souls. It is
Yes.
terrible. So these things really scare people, that people don't want to dare. That's why people likes of you can come out and treat their wife this way after 17 years and she's afraid. She doesn't
What
want to
you
do it
was doing to me, you can't do it openly in abroad.
at all now. They
He
send
knows
you.
where to do it now. And
They're not
now,
going to even go to church again. Sef. If church won't pursue them, they're not send, they're not go again.
you think governor wouldn't have stepped in what he's doing right now? Oh no, he can't
Hi.
try. He knows where to try his distance. So it's like the freeze that is still talking nonsense about abroad people. You know, he's not. He can't live there. So sometimes when we look at these people, they know where to keep their things. It's that Nigeria. It's well with them.
The thing is, for me now, like somebody said something in the comment section. I don't know if it was on Linda, but I think it was on Gist Lovers blog. Somebody made a comment, said something about that a lot of Nigerians don't even know the laws that exist, and that's the truth.
Yeah.
A lot of us don't know the laws of that nation. So sometimes when something happens, people don't know their rights. They don't know what the law says about that particular situation. I believe a
And
lot of
another
people,
thing is that
yeah,
I'm sorry to go. Another thing is that
yeah,
people, I think they are so afraid of people that buys the law. They
yeah,
don't allow them to kind of use the avenue because they are buying they'll go and money exchange and anyway.
bribing, yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
But the thing is, it first start with you knowing your right.
Right.
You know your yes. So once he starts, even if you're not ready to do anything, you can tell him, okay, that know that this thing, mostly those people that are getting married in court, in church, and all those recognized marriages, you know, to tell him, watch out, because the law states this. You
You
understand?
will say Zukwanike. What's this?
That's what he said now. Yeah,
Yeah, you
Zukwanike.
will tell her to Zukwanike.
Now he has seen where the Zukwanike has landed him. He's the one running now. They say the sinner run it where no one pursue it. Nobody's chasing him. He's hiding.
Goodness.
Okay. Oh, you just let me
You
read comments a bit, then we continue. Where said, no, treasure gist. I have another meeting at 1. Yeah, today is Monday, of course. A lot of meetings are scheduled. I totally understand. Sis. Yes, okay. Treasure gist said, you doesn't understand the length of damage he is causing for his children's future. I agree with you. The future is the thing. He doesn't understand at all. Treasure just also said, host, I feel it's about one's personal decision and belief. These days, do you think the church actually cares? The rules and regulations are there, but it takes individual decision to keep to it. Treasure, no, church is still excommunicating people. Oh, they are. They are. I'm telling you, this guy, I'm telling you, that's what he said. He said even his family, after church said he messed up for going to do that on Big Brother, they chased him out from the church and the family too followed. Because some churches are like that. Once they excommunicate someone, you, your family member, you too, you have to follow suit. If you don't, all of you will suffer the punishment. And she was a CEO Sinachi that was scared of what the church would do or say. Uh, uh, did you not see how her church reacted when she passed? That's what they do. Now, a lot of churches do eye service. That is eye service. I swear down. If she had done something different, you would have seen them complaining. If Osinachi had done something different, like divorce and leave, they would have started calling her names. Do you understand? Go ahead, Gorex.
I think it's the fear of what people will say, and uh, then looking at um, how it will affect the children, or how the family and friends might back off. It does kind of affect some people, aside from the finance. You understand? But at the same time, you can't win everything. You will have to lose some. you might need to lose some friends just for a while. When they see that you're not backing up, that you're still surviving, they will start coming back gradually to want to be your friend. Do you understand? So, um, like you said, they need to know their rights, and also if they don't want to actually execute it, they can still remind the person that this is what's meant to happen, but I just decided to keep quiet. Do you understand? So they know that this person might decide not
Yes.
to keep quiet anymore. But we're all different. The way this guy will shut this lady off, most times we don't know. We don't know what's happening in between, behind the closed door, and how he has that confidence that he can actually. If I think if he believed that if they asked him months ago, like a year ago, he could be able to vouch that 99.9%. Once all he needs to do is kind of harass her a little bit, that she will quickly flinch. You understand? And it didn't work. As in, do you understand what I mean
Yeah.
by you? And
Yeah.
but you were, if they ask him like he would vow for 99, like Shedina my wife. I know him, don't worry, And the people that will be backing him from home, like, just give her time. That's what women they do. So now the shock of his own life, the thing didn't work. So he has to find a way of just trying to keep up face, which made him become a pure water. He's lost a lot of respect. We know that. We just pray
Yeah,
that
the
everything
thing
is
is,
fine.
people even talk about respecting you. And my question to people that respect you, like they respect you that you is what? Like I don't know. People made the mistake that I see a lot of people make is the respect is for Pete Edochie. People respected you because of his father. That's not the respect is not for
No,
him. People
I
hyped
think
him because of his
he's
father. The guy he's talented, he's a good actor, but what else? What else he's
yeah,
got?
I know. We know it's
He
because of
doesn't
his
deserve the level of respect. People are transferring the respect they have for his father to him. And I don't think that's right.
okay, let's be sincere. You said you're right, but at the same time, if he finally get there and he didn't behave well when he first got in, he wouldn't have earned
He
as
didn't wait,
much.
Gorek, he said he finally got there. Got there how? As in
As in, when he started acting and people were using his father's respect, to, if he didn't act well, if he wasn't doing well, people would have withdrawn. The kind of respect or love they have for him wouldn't have been as much as last year before he started he misbehaved. Do you understand what I mean? That is that his father's um respect kind of boost him up with his wife, that kind of a thing. So not that he was maintaining that was why he could have a voice that people are now seeing more. But the moment he rubbished himself, we saw that, empty barrel. I'm so sorry to say, I don't mean that he doesn't have something upstairs. We now saw his flaws. He was now bringing, we were able to see more of his flaws because he brought his would I say nuisance thing out. So the respect
exactly
for his
he's not
father is
smart,
not
and
really
there's
there
there's
at
no
all.
need saying sorry. Like the guy is not smart. It's just the truth. His father is a smart man. His father is a learned man. His father is a good actor. So every respect. That's why when
And the
this other content
stubbornness.
creator said that comment that she said about the man, I said, mm-mm, mm-mm. You're off. You're offline. You're offline. You cannot disrespect Sapete Edochie. Find somebody else, not him. Because even if you remove acting, when you hear Sapete Edochie talk, sometimes he also says some things that is not in line, but you can understand where those things are coming from. It's coming from him being a traditional man and what the African culture believes and all of
And
that,
you
and he
is
holds on
stubborn.
to that. So we can actually excuse him for that. We don't agree 100%. But the son is not that smart. So why are they giving him that level of respect? He's a good actor, yes.
They said, and we can see a bit of it, is very stubborn. From few things I read online, I think they said is the most stubborn among the
Oh, let me drop link.
siblings.
Go ahead, Gorex. Go ahead. Be talking.
Oh,
I want to
okay.
drop links. Yeah.
Okay, so they said it's one of the stubborn. I think it's the one that is most stubborn among the. So I think that's it might actually be a bit more verbal, abusively, to maybe disrespectfully to his siblings sometimes. So that kind of a last born that you just live like just carry your wala go. So it could contribute to all this anyway. Me, I'll come down the live stream. I will join the comment section.
Ah, okay. Thank you so very much for sharing.
You're
Yeah, I
welcome.
was dropping the link. Thank you so very much for coming up and sharing your thoughts with us.
It's
But
okay.
Gores, before you even drop, let me quickly say, he said maybe because he's the last born. Yeah, we always excuse the last borns to misbehave a lot. And I guess that's why people kind of blame his father for it. But sometimes I think these last borns are to be held responsible for their actions. Because now, look at the embarrassment he has brought to not just to his immediate family, but to his extended family also.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That they said he's been stubborn, so it might be kind of rude or
He said
abusive
it
to the
himself,
child.
actually. He said it
He's
himself that he's very stubborn.
yeah, his elder siblings. So
Yeah.
they would just let him. So that car actually could have contributed to all these things that we're talking about. He's stubborn. He could say, "Oh, but you two, she leave me. Now my wife." That kind of a thing. So if this thing has been in him, maybe he's been doing it just because when he come online, he portrayed that a street guy. How do I say it? Kind of a street doesn't take nonsense. This one, that one.
Yeah.
Now everything is the smoke is coming out from the other door everywhere. Now we have seen he has become see finish.
Exactly. Before you go there, Treasure is asking us a question. Say, what you guys' opinion about Rita Edochie saying May won't leave her home for anyone, encouraging May to stay in the marriage? What's your take before you go down?
You this woman, eh?
She
This
needs to
my third time of saying
Zukwanike.
I'm going down. Zukwanige. For Rita, I actually done something like that. Like she needs to mind her business. She doesn't need to kind of keep telling us. I do understand that she loves me, and there are some conversation about me that I don't want to go deep into because of emotions. But so with her, because she loves me, I don't think she
Alright,
needs
you
to keep
said love.
bringing.
I don't think her case is love.
Now, would this woman, let me just drop this. She okay, maybe love me or likes me or using it to make her views and all that. Why? I, she's giving birth to children, isn't it? Adults. Are they not having one issue or the other on in their marriage? Is she bringing such out? I do understand that these people you brought his family out, but I think she needs to mellow it down. Is she's doing too much? I'm really so sorry. I respect her. Initially, I actually thought she was used mom until later that I didn't know that it wasn't Peter Duce's wife. So I think she's doing too much. Saying that May will not go anywhere, she should let May be the one to announce that to us. You can just keep encouraging her. See, May made a statement. I didn't read all the statement because I couldn't kind of get wait to read because I'll be crying. She said the boy, Camille, is it Camille? The first son will always
Kambili.
remain will always remain. Do you understand? Our first son. So therefore, she can say you will always be our wife. Do you understand? Not that you're saying she cannot leave. Which one is your own now? Let me leave. Oyoyo is there. She will take over. Hi, Oyoyo.
Thank you so much.
I beg, let me rest. Bye.
Forget take over.
Don't go because I don't have much time to take over. I
Yeah,
really
I'm gone.
I miss
Bye.
this conversation. I've been practically idle all through morning until an hour ago. I
Ah,
started having meetings. So I feel so bad missing the whole conversation because I wanted to partake on this conversation. By the time it gets to Saturday, it would have been an old news and still one. So
I think it will still be given. This one that he's still running helter skelter.
YouTube refused my video to go up. Oh. I've uploaded my video
Uh-uh.
and they're not giving me clearance yet.
Why?
I don't know
Did
if
you
I use
say
if I use strong words.
that's what I wanted to ask? Maybe.
Mm-hmm. Maybe I
But I think
used.
I think they will tell you. Are they not supposed to tell you if it contains strong words? I think they're supposed to. They're supposed to
It
tell you if
doesn't
it
usually
contains
take that long.
or it's network. Maybe it's network. That's why the video is not up yet.
Hello.
I can hear you.
Okay. So
Yeah.
do you have any question? I want to know where you guys are to know what to contribute before I step down.
Okay, we're still talking about the case of him running around now, and it seemed like he's trying to prolong the whole, this pattern that people used to find excuses to prolong court cases that they keep adjourning or they are yet to start because one person is missing in action or the scheduled date you're nowhere to be found. And it seemed like this is a way for him to punish her again. That's what we're deliberating on.
Exactly. And if you remember in one of those my live streams last year, I
Yeah,
said it there several times. I said those things on my live streams. And
yeah.
practically, that was one of the things I witnessed as a young lawyer, even from way when I was doing court attachment in Nigeria, from
Wow.
law school.
Yeah.
You will see a divorce case 10 years. You will
Wow.
see another 5 years. It's not supposed to take that long. But
Wow. Oh, is it network from my side?
if there is anything like that. I don't know if you guys can still hear me. My link is telling me something here.
Yeah, yeah. For a while we couldn't hear you, but now we can hear you.
Okay. So they use all of those delay tactics to frustrate the woman. Some mean ones. Okay, I think I used the word mean. Maybe that's why.
But is that not the normal word we always use?
I
He's
don't
mean.
know
I've even said
YouTube
it so many
again.
times now.
I
I've
don't
said
know.
that one many times already. This one, I've referred to you as a mean person. So many.
And I use the word bitter. So maybe those are the
Uh-huh.
words that that's right. And I said, what the heck? What the hell?
Let, let them add warning now. Don't they used to show us all those crime videos?
Ah,
Let them add warning the way they used to add for those crime shows that before you click on the video, they will warn you and tell you
I
sensitive
wonder.
content you want to watch. Which one are they holding the video? I beg.
I just
Is
remember the
YouTube not
words I'm
friends with
using
you?
because I'm saying practically the same thing I said in my video. See, he's
Yeah.
dodging service, but there is
Sure.
something they don't understand. There is what we called substitute service. When the
Oh,
person cannot be reached or forming not
yes,
to be reached, the
yes.
court will invoke that one. They will use that means to serve. If it means taking the petition to his father's home and then
Uh-uh.
mandate someone to sign for it, yes, it can be a substitute service because it's also his address if you're
Hey.
looking for him. They will find a way to do it. That's what is the law requires.
Wow.
So he cannot dodge this service for a long time. He might be dodging it, but if May should press further through her lawyers, they will go
Yes.
for substitute service approach. Then you will get the document, whether in person or indirectly or through someone else, a proxy.
So are
He
you
will
saying
get
his
it.
father, for example, if they go to his father's home and he's not there, his father, for example, can sign?
The father might decide not to sign, but they will say that this is considered served, that you is
Oh,
considered served because this is also one
whoa.
of his addresses. They can even
Yes.
go to the extent of going to his village home in the village
Wow.
and substitute service. Yes, they can use
Ah,
every means available within the
the
confines of
law.
the law to make sure that
Wow.
that service is done. So he can't run for too long. But the angle I'm
Wow.
looking at it, he has
Yes.
moved on. He has been displaying
Has he? You say
PDA.
moved
He
on. He
has
has
moved
not.
on. No, he moved on for social media paparazzi, moved on for social media dollars. Why behind closed doors? This
Yeah.
guy has been begging me, calling me every now and then. If you follow Georgina, Georgina Ono has page, you'll be
Uh,
able to understand. Been
oh,
calling me begging, but he will come on social media and be displaying macho man. So what I expect you to do is to sign the document and move on officially so that
and take the
May
big
can move
shame.
on. Which
And take
shame?
the big.
No, he
Don't you
will
remember
still
what
move
he
on.
said? Didn't you remember how he was calling himself Odogu, that he's married to two wives, this one, that
The
one?
Odogu is
If he
over now.
signed now, it means that Odogu didn't work because now you now have only one wife too. So
Yeah.
you were not able to hold two women down, and he will not sign.
No,
You
he
will
will.
run. He
Don't
will
worry,
keep
he
running.
will. His mother is a lawyer, so he will. At some point, the
Oh,
court might even
that's true.
mandate the service to the mother's law office if she's still
Hey,
practicing. That is, the law has means of getting all of those substitute service. The
Now
person will
that you
definitely
said it,
decide.
oh, now I remember his mom is a lawyer too.
So he
So
can
he
he
has
can
a
dodge it.
clue.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing is delay tactics to delay May, frustrate May, and make her get
Yeah.
angry to see if he will buy time, if he can convince May for them to take it out of court and see how they can settle. All of those is to play around and see if he can buy time. But it is
Yeah.
what it is. And it's so shameful that he's going to lose the custody of his children because of another woman.
I think that's the worst part of this
Yeah,
whole
that's
thing.
the
Let's just
worst
say
for
you
him.
now hate your wife. People can understand because he already painted the picture that she did something to him that people are suspecting either she cheated or what, maybe she stole his money or something. Who
Wait,
knows? Like
oh,
some,
wait, Emil,
yeah.
Emil, slow down. Whether he cheated, you see, that's one of the things I post on my video. If the reverse is the case now, May
Yeah.
wouldn't have been given opportunity to be heard by anybody,
Oh no. Oh no.
whether
Never.
social media, whether the
Mm-mm.
Edochie's family, whether the church. She'll be
100%. You're correct.
she'll be condemned outrightly. When is a man
Yes.
doing it, the society don't see it as anything big. But when
Yeah.
is
It's
a
not a big
woman,
deal. It's not a
thank
big
you.
deal then.
So even if May cheated, let's assume that she got so mad at one time and then went to somewhere and just had one thing.
Yes.
Yul has been cheating for 6 years. So there,
He's been having 200 things.
yeah. So let's not even go there. Anybody trying to pull that nonsense against me is
But
practically
sis,
wasting his
sis,
time.
when you say that, you will see our men will not jump up and tell you, but it's part of our culture that we can marry
Which
several wives.
culture? When you
But they
were
didn't
married,
marry you.
those that married,
They were having side chicks, but they will not play it as our culture says
no,
we can
those that
marry.
marry second wife, they don't wait until after 18 years they will marry a second wife. They
No.
marry them almost at the same period.
Yes.
It's not after you have enjoyed them over a decade of relationship, you now wake up one morning and want to become a polygamist. It doesn't. I've not seen a man that did that even in our traditional setting, because I've used my
Or
eyes to
maybe the
comb my
king,
village.
one of the Yoruba king, the Oni they call him, before
Only
Yoruba people they
kept
call for me.
marrying. No, not only
Only was
Alafia.
marrying single. Then after he divorced this
Mhm.
last woman, he married what 27. Only God
Six.
knows
No,
how
that
many
one
wives.
is even different because there is a reason for the divorce. There is a cogent reason for his divorce. Alafia of Oyo married. The children of the
Several,
first wife
yes.
might be the same age with the younger wives, but he
Yes,
kept on marrying. He did not stop. He has
yes,
been marrying. It's not
yes.
after 20 years you wake up and remember you want to be a
Marry one,
polygamist.
yeah.
So
Hi. Wow.
anyhow they look at it, and again, what you forgot is that the judges are also
Yes.
human beings. They saw
Yeah.
how what he displayed after the son died. Let's even forget him and May. I was not even going there because they will still
Yeah.
support him. But after losing the wife of the first son, the son of the
The
first
first one, yeah.
wife, what he displayed, they are going to look at those things and put them into consideration.
Yeah.
That's the part he did not remember on time when he was exhibiting those things. So the
True.
custody could have been granted very speedily after the court interviewed the children, and then
Yeah.
the court looking at all the things that May put out, that this has
Yes.
continuously hurt the kids, continuously done this to the kids, their mental health, blah 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 blah. The
Yes.
court will looking into those when making their consideration and determination. And it's not a jury
Absolutely.
system like the US or the West, where the jury will
Ah.
decide. This is one man action. The judge will decide
Oh.
everything.
Oh boy, I heard
So,
that those type of cases sometimes can be very terrible for when
yeah,
the judge has to decide.
everything. And if Yule is unlucky, the judge is a Christian. That means the case
And a
is
woman,
closed. Mhm.
and a woman,
And a woman, the case is closed.
maybe
So
from Deeper Life Church. You, congratulations to you. Hey.
honestly,
But okay, let me this question from this is treasure gist. I want you to touch on it too because I want to touch on it too. This Rita Edochie saying that May will not leave her home for anyone. and that she's encouraging me to stay in the marriage.
Rita should go and tell her own children, her own daughters that.
Huh.
Because when it comes to advising people, it's always better to when you're advising others. May I have to go, Mel. I'm getting
Okay,
another call.
okay, all right.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Thank you so much. Thank you. You
Hi,
tried. You're
Vicky.
able to come.
Okay, I'm here.
Oh, oh God. Thank you very much, Oyoyo. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Gores. Thank you, Treasure Juice. Thank you, everyone that came in. Let me quickly touch down on this question that Treasure Juice asked about Rita Edochie. And when Gores was answering this question, I quickly added that Treasure said, Oyoyo, if it was strong words, it would have given you unlimited ads. Okay. But this one that the video is not good. Then maybe it's network. Maybe it's network, I think, Treasure. Maybe her network is kind of slow today. So maybe to take time to come up. And when the video is up, that's when she will know if it's strong language. Because yeah, it's true. You're right. She will see that limited ads sign. And let me see. Gorek said something before I will touch down on the question that Treasure asked. Said, okay. Gora said, that's what I said. They have time, they have limited time, and they will do, okay, yeah, they'll do it. Said, Yule is just a problem to the family. You're right, Gorex. And, as Oyoyo came in now, she now even reminded me that Yule's mother is actually a lawyer too. She said, oh, God. And her son is behaving like this. This is just terrible. This is terrible. Treasure is laughing, so your schedule is really tight today. I'm telling you. That day is just starting now, as our own day is ending over here in Europe. The day is starting in America. So calls and bookings, and I wasn't even expecting to even see her. I was thinking she will watch the replay by the time like her late afternoon, evening, that she will see the live stream. She will watch the replay. So I sent her the link so she will know that I was live today. I was surprised to see her jump in. All right, so the question where Treasure was talking about Rita Edochie, and when Gorex was answering, and Gorex said maybe she loves me or likes me, and I said I don't think so. I'll tell you why I said I don't think so. I think Rita Edochie is just playing with this, and I'll tell you why. If you remember, if you've watched Nollywood for a very long time, then you know that a lot of people for a very long time thought that Rita Edochie was Pet Edochie's wife, including me. For a very long time, I thought because she was an Edochie too, she was his wife. Okay, so I think that woman, knowing fully well the respect that Sir Pete Edochie command in the industry, then, like even now, I feel like it has slowed down. They still respect him, but it has kind of slowed down because things are evolving, changes. The people of this generation, they don't have so much respect, so they don't always acknowledge him the way they used to before, and all of that. But anyway, he still got his respect, and he steps out. Yeah, the hailing Sir Pete Edochie is and all of that. But this woman rided with that thing that a lot of people felt like she was his wife or at least their family member, and she never ever debunked it or anything. Okay, which everybody knows that she's not part of their family. Her own Edochie is a different Edochie. It's just like saying Linda EKG. When you say EKG now, the first EKG that comes to people's mind now will be Linda EKG, because the blogger has actually made the EKG name popular. And that happens to so many other names that we can mention. That once you mention that surname, you quickly think of certain type of people, of from that particular state or whatnot. And so I'll read comments after I respond to this treasure gist question. So when I saw that this woman, if you remember at the beginning, Rita Edochie was not really talking. All of a sudden, Rita Edochie started talking and pushing, oh, may my daughter, oh, may my this, oh, may. I felt like, because a lot of, if you notice that the industry is hard, and all the time you don't get script. And even when you get script, the industries, they don't have that much money. So they're not making a lot of money. So all those side hustles, if you notice, a lot of them are now on social media. A lot of them are now on TikTok. And if you notice, most of her videos that people share where she's talking, she's saying something, are mostly things that she's saying on TikTok. So she's now very active on TikTok. And if you're active on TikTok, you know how you want to keep creating content. Then you get to that level where you can start going, where you have like 1,000 following, you can start going live. When you're going live, then the more you go live, people can send you stars, send you all those money guns and all those things that Daddy Freeze is using to torment people on TikTok. Now he will finish causing people by force to buy him the stars on Facebook and money gun on TikTok. But anyways, I feel like Rita Edochie is just looking for a way to get herself to go viral also. So she too, she can cash out, seeing fully well the way you, Ledoche, is handling the whole situation. If you can cash out and do all of this with your own predicament, that why not? I will also cash out. So I think that's what this woman is doing. And because a lot of the things she's saying is not necessary. If you feel like you've spoken to May, May will come back soon, these you people will see this one will see that, leave that thing alone, because the May that you're supporting is not a woman that likes to talk a lot. So I feel like if you're supporting May, there are certain things you shouldn't even be saying. You understand? Don't over push it. Don't over push it. Okay. If she comes out to say something, work with that. But don't be one of those people that is trying to force that woman to stay in a place that is no longer conducive for her health. Not only her, but the sake of her children. It comes a time in your life where you know that, oh, because of my children, I have to protect my children. When you're married to a man that is beginning to go gaga, behaving the way you is behaving, then you know that you protect the mental health of your children, and you have to put the children first before anything. So the case of this woman trying to get her to stay in that marriage, that's a toxic place, and there's no need to be staying there before those children will go crazy and end up in psychiatric homes, God forbid. So telling her to stay is a no, no, no. If she has gotten to the point where she feels like she wants to go, all that woman needs to do is support her and let her go. I don't even understand this idea that she feels like nobody is coming into her home. They are saying the court has granted temporary custody of the home to her, full custody of the children to her. And okay, if worst case scenario, they may said the house they built it together, so the court will get them to maybe sell it, or one person will balance the other person, whatever the case may be. That's what is going to happen. And if they sell it, then May has to move to somewhere else with the children. If they don't sell it, then she has to balance you if he agrees, or she will move out and you balances her. Which home are you talking about? Is it Judy coming to that home? May can push for them to sell the home, and they will sell the home. You will use it, his own part of the money, to buy another home for himself and Judy. But most of the time, Yul is not an actor that is in the Lagos Nollywood. Yul is more in the Asaba Nollywood and is trying to gain more ground there, I think, before he will even push for the Lagos own. Although he tried to frequent both, but he's more in the Asaba Nollywood industry, and he produces and does his thing mostly there. So if Yul is looking to even buy a home or something like that, I think he will buy first in Asaba, Enugu, Onitsha, and Anambra, and those areas that are close to where he works, before he would think of buying something again in Lagos. Because already they have this house that they have that he can actually go. The second wife cannot go, but he can actually go. So I don't understand why this woman is trying to push for May to stay when she can actually see how he behaved after after the both of them actually lost their first son. Okay, that is already grown, not that the boy was sick, lost the child the way they lost the child, and this woman is still pushing for the woman to stay. Is this woman trying to drive the woman crazy or something? Let the woman live. Let the woman focus on her children and herself, heal, get better, be surrounded by people that loves her. This one wants her to stay there while Judy and you will be tormenting her with these ridiculous videos every day. So hence I said this Rita Edochie doesn't have any love, because if you love someone, you will not be advising the person to go put their hands in fire just because you're trying to protect a home. What nonsense home? At the end of the day, everybody will die. You will be buried. Are they going to bury you with your house? Are you going to go somewhere with that home? The child that the first son that passed on now, did they bury him with his father's mansion in Lagos? No, they didn't. So that's not an advice. That woman is just trying to trend, and she should take several seats. Okay, when an elder doesn't respect his or herself, then nobody's going to give you that respect. And that's the level where this woman has actually reached. She's now constituting nuisance, like market woman, talking and talking all the time. She's not the only person in Nollywood. I think one day Yul is going to blast her if he has not done that yet. You understand? Because he's on too. When his score starts, he finds somebody to attack. Let me read some comments and we round up. We've been here for 2 hours and let me not keep everyone here for too long. Okay, let me see. Let me see. Okay, I stopped at the unlimited ad business. Okay. Treasure just said, oh, your schedule is really tight today. Yes, her schedule is really tight. Gorek said, I said she should also use her children to catch cruise. No mind am now. No only Prophet Odumoje should take the catch cruise. That woman should rest in Jesus' name, Gongo. Treasure says, Yo's mother is a lawyer and we barely hear of her. People thought it's Rita that is his wife. Even me, when I was in secondary school, I thought that Rita Edochie was his wife. Not until during university days and started entering the industry, knowing some Nollywood directors, that was how I knew that Rita Edochie was not his wife. And that's how I knew that Links was actually Sapet Edochie's son, even before you started acting. I knew that that boy was his son. So if you don't, a lot of people just didn't know. And that woman, I believe she enjoyed every bit of it that she was referred. And then with the level of respect and everything, Sapet Edochie, people were giving her that respect because she was an Edochie too. So people thought, that's Sapet Edochie's wife. There are a whole lot of people that people actually paired because of their surnames, but in real, they weren't even related. Some of them were not even from the same state. some of them had the same name, but were from different states. You understand? So it's very funny. People thought it was Rita that was his wife. Yeah, maybe a Duchess family is used to subdue their wife. This thing you said has crossed my mind before too. This thing you said has crossed my mind because I used to, I didn't even know who Yule Doche's mother was. And trust me, all these years, I thought that Yule Doche's mom would be an uneducated woman that is in the village like a farmer. That's what I thought Sapet Edochie's wife was. I was shocked when I heard the woman was a lawyer. And it's recently that I knew who I saw her face for the first time in a photo. And I knew that she was educated and even like somebody that went to school and studied a respected this thing called. So I agree with you, Treasure Jesus, that it seemed like they are fond of hiding their wives. That's why when you started this thing and people were saying they respect him, one thing I had said was he's not smart, because if he's smart like his father, he would have been able to play clean games, clean mouth and waka. There's no way you would tell me that Sapete Edochie never did chop things for industry or chop outside industry. You saw some of the type of movies he was acting in those days when go they wear only pants, then go they rob in Bola, all those kind of things. You remember? If you know, you know. Sapete Edochie is a WhatsApp man that knows what's up. Even these days, I see him and those young girls, they are destiny, they go, they hug, and they rub breast for him body and all those things. Sapete Edochie, they tap current here and there. You understand? They tap current as an elder. So I think, Treasure, I agree with you that there's something with these people in their home. I think, and another reason why I really agree with this point is because if you look at Sapete Edochie's children, the one person that is trying too hard to be like his father and gain the respect, the accolade that his father has is Yule. And it's that same Yule that is behaving this way. So I feel like Yule is carbon copy of Sapet Edochie. But the difference between them is he does not have the sense, the sense of it that his father had. I believe his father was able to play a clean game. He was able to hide his wife. Nobody even knew his wife. He too didn't debunk that Rita Edochie was not his wife. He just hide that woman until old age is when we're beginning to realize that the woman was a lawyer. The woman is educated. We're beginning to now see photos. Nobody ever even posted photos of that woman. Not until recently. How many years ago or what? They started posting photos of that. You will see her, or posting family photos where you see all of them. So it is possible that he learned from his father this whole thing of hiding your wife. That's why he was hiding me, because probably he saw how it worked for his father. Today people are thinking, more couple goals. Me, I feel say that man don't chop clean mouth waka many times. But and because of during his era, all the social media and all these things were not there. So a lot of people were able to get away with a lot of things they did those years compared to now that in the years of you, Ledoche, and now that everybody there's a phone on their hands, they can quickly take a snapshot of you and send to blogs and all of that. We didn't have blogs in Nigeria and nothing like that. So if you want to watch news, go watch NTA News. Tan, 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 tan. And those type of news, they are telling you the problem of the country. They're not telling you problems of celebrity. You get. So people didn't know what's up. So it's really, really possible. I said, no, host. Rita is Peter brother's wife. They are same family. Rita Edochie is Pet Edochie's brother's wife. I don't think so. I don't think they are related at all. I don't think so. I don't think they are related. I don't think. I think they just bear the same Edochie because Edochie is also a popular name from the East now. There are other Edochies too that are not from the same state with them actually, Seth. I don't think that woman is related to them in any way. Do you understand? She's just catching cruise with because she's a Doche. But if you say so, I'm going to do more this thing. All these people a person never talked to for many years now would have just called someone to confirm this this thing you said now. But I beg, we go start to gist with people who person don't want gist, don't they? But I don't they don't come up for that industry. They don't they never they talk to industry people. Ah, Gorex is also confirming it that really. Yeah. But so wait, she's a family member and she's talking the way she's talking. Hmm. This is serious, so because the whole family is quiet. And then now brother, now uncle wife, now they talk like this. Maybe that's why he has not said anything uh to her yet because she's his auntie by marriage. I'm surprised. Eh? You said Rita is related to them, their extended family. Really?
I'm back fully
Welcome
now.
back. Before you know, another meeting will just
No,
come up.
I'm
You say, I'm
done for the
back.
day. I'm done for meeting today. Meeting is over.
Okay, welcome back.
Thank you. You guys are amazing, honestly. Treasure G's, I wonder if you're going to do a Facebook live on this topic. You should.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, you should.
because he's big on Facebook.
Yes, that's actually where they are all, trending seriously.
Yeah,
See, Rita Edochie advising May that she wasn't going anywhere. That is the wrongest move to do to a woman that is already rejected by her husband. If she decides to stay in that marriage because of you're the first wife, you're the only wife, she will be in misery. She will not be happy and she will be frustrated, anger, and a bitter woman. You
yeah,
can't just let somebody push you to the edge and you continue to be there because of what the society will say, what the church will say, and what the likes of Rita Edochie would say. Your
yeah,
happiness is paramount, and that's why I was of the opinion initially that I don't know why May was wasting time to file for a divorce.
yeah,
I've said that countless times last year. There
yeah.
is no way, there is no point for her to continue to stay. There is no gain from staying. There is
But
none.
Host and Treasure and Gorex is saying that Rita Edochie is part of their family. So if that's the case, then maybe the family is pressurizing her to stay.
Rich Edochie is part of which family?
Pet Edochie, me, I'm saying they are not related, but these two
No,
people here,
Rita Edochie is married to Pet Edochie's family.
that's what Treasure is saying, that she's married to this person's brother. Me, I didn't think they are related at all. Like, I mean, even by marriage or
No,
by
they are
anything.
related. He's married to Pet Edochie's
That is
relative. I
brother.
don't know if his brother. But the thing
Oh,
is this, that her advice and her fight and her campaigning for men will not
yeah,
hold water. She's only campaigning for what we call in Igbo land, Munyedi, your co-wife. She doesn't
yeah,
have a place in the on the table to decide what happens in the family. The people that have things to decide on this matter is Pet Edochie and the wife, not a
yes,
co-wife that is married to the compound.
true.
So traditionally, she has no place in this conversation. Assuming she is an Ada in the
Yeah,
family, it would have changed equation. Assuming she's a Yule Edochie's sister, it would have a little weight. But she's not Yule Edochie's sister. She's not Ada in Pet Edochie's compound. She's only a wife that is married from somewhere into the family. They don't
yeah.
hold any place on the table. She has
Okay.
such right when it comes to her own children to
Yeah,
decide for her own children, not to decide in another man's compound. They might be
ah,
a larger family, but they are still different.
I
So
see.
that advice she was giving, sincerely speaking, she was just, to me, I felt she was using it to chase clouds. That's
That's
what
what I think.
that's what I felt because it wasn't necessary. It wasn't necessary. Okay.
the the whole thing is just weird. And the fact now that I even heard that the Rita is even somehow in that family made it even worse that she's saying this. Because that means she knows. Because even when you look at Sapete Doce too, I was thinking I was the only one that was thinking that man also was hiding his wife. I didn't know that even Treasure Gist felt that way. That it seemed like because me, I didn't. I just thought that woman was one village woman that is there farming, and because he has made name, he's now shy to bring her out in the public. Recently is when I got to know that his wife was also a lawyer, that his wife was educated. I was
Yeah.
that's yes. So I feel like, and you remain the only son so far that, like, looking at the way he's doing things, the only son of Sapete Doje that is trying so hard to be like his father and take his place when he's no longer on earth. So he's following closely, yes, in his father's footsteps. And I believe Laman don't enjoy life in those days. He don't cruise for the industry. Even now, if he still a tap current from all young actors. So you is following closely in that footstep. Hence, he is also acting this way. He hid his wife, also the way his father hid his mother. And he thinks it's the right thing to do. It's just that nobody caught his father. The father played a smart one and clean mouth. Now he's old. He's now calming down.
You
He's
can be
now calming
serious.
down. And now that's the thing. So Yul is following the footsteps of his father because how can you have your mom that is a lawyer and you're behaving like this? Really? How? Like you have a parent that is a teacher and you're not acting like a child from a home that your parents were teachers.
Like a teacher's kid, right?
Exactly. So you cannot behave like this. Now he's running away from serving where he knows really well that he can go serve his parents
Of course, they will use
just to go
substitute
stress his
means to
parents
serve.
now. Hey, now what?
They will use
This boy.
substitute means to serve. So that running away is of no use. They will eventually get to serve him, and he's just buying time to see if they can take this out of court. That's what I feel he's doing. He's buying
But
time.
the treasure, see what treasure is saying. That even if Peter Doche and the wife says that May is going nowhere, it's still May's decision. Treasure, you dey talk this one because you there abroad now. You know the kind of pressure our people they go through
No,
back
no,
home.
it's May's decision. May has
Hmm.
has parents. It's only her parents that will tell her to stay. It's not because they saw what.
But you know that the parents will say stay. You know that they will not say different. You know now. You know our people. Which embarrassment? They don't like that embarrassment of uh, child coming back home to do what?
To do what?
When we when we have some fathers telling you as you go, no come back, oh, like say, like say you don't die. Immediately you marry, they're telling you as you're going, don't come back. So you know those type of things, and we don't want embarrassment. The church, mostly when they're holding certain positions in church, they don't want you to bring that in. Then they tomorrow they are no longer women leader. They are not. No, those things are very important to our parents back home. So I feel that the whole family is standing also on one side. And you, Sapete Doche is a traditional man. So I just feel like his family is like that. And now that I know that this woman that is talking is also married to his brother, then an apple doesn't fall far from the tree. It's the family way of being traditionalist, and women have to always be submissive. You remember Sapete just saying, why do people kneel down to propose this way? You know how he sees women. That's another man that looks down on women. Although everybody praises him, or he's learned, but he still carries tradition on his head like something else. That's Sapete Doche for you. So who knows if that's why May waited up until now. But I feel like at this point, nobody, there's nothing anybody's going to tell her. Her
No,
mind
no,
is made up.
she had enough already.
Yeah.
She had enough already. And if I were in her shoes, I will not look back because it's not gonna get.
I said I thought he was a widow.
Me too. I thought he was a widower. I never knew the wife was still alive. Me too.
Me, I just thought she was a village farmer, so he's now high level. Now you know this our people.
Your
When they
own
get
is
small
even
level,
worse.
then they carry person waka.
Your own
Really, I
is
thought she
worse.
was just the woman in the village doing her farm and didn't care about industry or no industry. So now she maybe cannot even speak full simple English. Where would he not go with that one?
I
That's
bet maybe
all I
I'm
was
going for my
thinking.
premiere. See you guys later.
All right, me too. I'm gonna round up. It's 2 hours and counting. It's like 10 o'clock here. Treasure, are you going live on Facebook so we come and join you there? Thank you so much, sis. Thank you, Sister Yo-Yo. Thank you. We've been talking for so long. Ah, and this whole thing. Gorex said she's a senior wife now. Gorex is laughing. No, Miss Walker's senior wife. Ha. Now what? I tried to find something here. Wait, this one said, meet Tony Edochie, Pet Edochie's brother, and Rita Edochie's husband. That's BuzzNigeria.com. It said he's married to a popular Nollywood actress, Rita Edochie. Tony Edochie married his lovely wife, Rita Edochie, traditionally in 1988. Oh boy, 35 years ago. And in 1990, blah, blah, blah happened. Are you kidding me? Ah, if they got married in 1988, so why was I told that this woman was not related to this family, to this man? Well, they said he was not his wife, but they said she was not an Edochie like this one. Wow. Wow. But this woman needs to Zikwanike. Okay, said no, maybe tomorrow. I'm getting ready for bed. Yes, so treasure, it's already 10. It's already past 10 already. That's the thing. The time runs so much during the day. You'll be going up and down before you know 9. Okay. You said it's 2:30. You see, you people afternoon, we were past 10 in the night here. My people don't even enter bed, go sleep. Now, me still there and they talk. Make I close my mouth, allow them to sleep before they go say, you and this your talk. Ego, le? Where's the ego? You did the talk. Wahala. But okay, rounding up, I feel like this story will keep giving. When they finally serve you, I believe the singing birds that sings to these blogs will go back and sing to them and they will post about it. So I believe more videos are going to be coming up and more people are going. Sis, are you laughing? So more videos are going to be coming up. Like Treasure said that they have linked another man that is not even related to you, Ledoche, because the man got married to a second wife. So of course, it do somehow you see somehow shape Two-Face is there too, saying that they should not use them as role model. Not a person I know go see for this celebrity seriously. the type of drama. So, well, 2 hours and counting. Thank you all so very much. I'm super, super grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you for coming in and gisting with me, jumping on the link. Thank you, Gorex Corner, coming in, sharing your thoughts. I know you're very sensitive with this May losing her child and all of that, but you're still able to jump in and share your thoughts on what you think concerning the program. Thank you, Treasure Gist, for giving us comment, bombarding us with comment in the comment section. Okay, Rita is using the avenue to troll Judy. But Judy is also a wife to their family now, so she should calm down before the thing will not cause rift in the whole family. Hmm. Now what? This kind thing. Say, host, you have done justice to the topic. Abio, as in when I see this thing, I say, this one sweet me for body. If truly she's actually seeking for divorce, she needs to protect her children. You understand? At this point. Thank you so very much. Thank you, yo, yo. Say well done, host. Thank you so much. Thank you, Treasure. Thank you, Gorex. Thank you, Yo-Yo's World. Thank you, all. Y'all kept me going. You talk more, you give more points when you see people sharing and also sharing their view with you. The live stream is more lively and you can just talk and talk and talk and not even know that time is going. But if you're alone, it's quite different. So thank you so much. God bless each and every one of you. I don't know if anyone is going live. Oyoyo's day is just started. So maybe okay, she says she's already posting a video. So maybe she will have to schedule live stream for another day. So many topics just flying up and down with this whole thing. If you just don't do a video before you know, topic don't old, new topic don't come. This gist, they're not easy, man. Easy. I don't know why this thing didn't break out since early morning. Now evening it can't break out. Now if not me and Treasure now, for don't use this one, they flex today for social media. For night don't fall. Anyway, thank you all. God bless you. God bless you. See you all in the streets as there are videos for me to catch up. Let me go see the video Yo did that they're not allowing the video to this thing to come up. I hope it will come up by the time I'm rounding up so I can catch up on yours and because I saw Treasure's own notification too. So I'll catch up on those two videos before I go to bed. Thank you all so much. God bless you. God bless you. And that's it. That being said, we'll keep following the story as it unfolds until the court case is over. And that's it. So it's coming up in 5 minutes. Oh, finally. Thank God. Okay. So until the court case is over, I guess we'll keep hearing things. And I feel like there are these small birds that are sinking from both areas. Okay. Okay. Yes, bye. All right. So yes, let me end up so we can catch up. I believe it's premiere because you always premiere. I believe it's premiere. So we'll come and join your premiere now. Is it premiere or you just posted it direct? So thank you all. Let's go and catch up with the video that Oyoyo is going to premiere now in the next 5 minutes or 3 minutes because I'm still talking. Okay, and we also have to catch up with that of Treasure. Okay, let's all move over and let's go catch up with the videos. That being said, thank you all. God bless you. God bless you and have a nice day. Okay, it's premiere. All right, let's go over to Oyoyo's place and catch up with that premiere and hear some basketballs that Oyoyo is giving to you, Edochie. I mean, it's legal. I don't think this one will be legal advice. I think this one is going to be basketball. Since the next video, when Oyoyo is settled, that she will now give the legal part of the gist. All right, so bye everyone. Let's go.